Still looks like a big penis.
Yeah.
The land's mouth.
Land's mouth.
It looks like a penis.
I thought we have renamed it.
We did, but that's on the
We
other
did,
map.
but this is a new map. We called it the big dick for a while.
I see. Alright, I see it.
Do you see it?
I do, yeah, I see it.
Like, I had to draw a visual earlier, like, for a friend because she did not see it. I was like, are you seriously don't see it? I was like, he's like, yeah, I don't see it. I'm like, okay, you want me to draw a visual? He's like, yeah. And then I did it.
He was just
He's
trying
like,
to get
okay,
you.
now I see it.
It's a
No.
Oh, jeez.
it's a very deadly dick, according to what Vero found out in his journal.
It's funny because it's, like, realistically shaped.
Oh dear.
The big penis. Oh, jeez.
You know, my favorite part about this is you know that if someone actually came across real adventurers' journals, this is the shit they would find in it. And then we came across a mountain. It kind of looked like boobs. That's
See, what's funny? Okay, so here's another funny thing about landmarks. So my family, on my mom's side, all comes from Puerto Rico, right? So we drive around in the cars, and like to drive in the cars, you have to like go through the mountains to get from one side of Puerto Rico to the other side, right? So every time we went on a long trek, there was this one mountain that my family called the Tetas de Calle. All right, and what that translates to is the boobs of
who?
the Tetas of Calle. You know, what it translates to is the boobs of Calle. You know, so like my family would always call it that every time we passed it. And I asked one day, and they were just like, "Oh, they kind of look like boobs." Right? And then I look at them and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, they do look like boobs. So now we always point them out whenever we're in Puerto Rico.
because that's how people work. People are great. It's just like you know how in games and stuff, when you have bards telling great epic legends, or historians who are like trying to learn about Harold the Great in our case. You know, people who really care deeply about these characters, about these people who lived, and if they found their adventuring notes, it would just be riddled with dick jokes.
Why do I have to think of Vero immediately?
He finds some authentic journal, some adventurer he really liked. Like the first page has something about dicks in it, and he's like, "Why me?"
Exactly.
Yep.
Who put that uterus up there?
What?
The what?
Oh, the map.
Oh,
That's hate.
fantastic.
That's totally an uterus.
Leave you guys alone for 2 seconds.
You should know by now.
Actually, I forgot to set up another one of the maps, so I'm in the middle of doing that.
Oh, jeez.
It is.
You really shouldn't let us drive on the map. It's too much power.
Should I take Goodberry with me? We're gonna be on the road for a while.
Yeah, we're gonna.
You
be
guys are
going
gonna be
for,
on the
what?
road, yeah.
How long was it? 2 weeks almost.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's better to be safe than sorry in that case.
Big
Yeah.
I cannot believe you guys. The smiley face, I appreciate it. The eyebrows really sell it.
That one big unibrow sells it really well.
Yep. The only reason, by the way, why I genuinely don't care if you guys are messing around with stuff is because I totally would have done it too. As long as I'm not in the middle of talking and someone's drawing a picture, I'm fine. It's I get so distracted when someone's doodling, and I'm like, what's happening? What are they doing? And I stop talking.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know, the deep maw looks like a bird.
It does,
It
right?
should be called
I've
the
been
deep
thinking-
caw instead.
Oh, please.
Sweet.
The deep caw and the big pee-pee.
Yep.
I am not changing them, but if you guys want to permanently, quote unquote, change it on your map, you can.
This will be a good representation of what the actual map they have looked like.
Yes, that's what they have.
Yeah.
It's written all over
Stuff
it.
gets doodled all over it.
Here, hang on.
Totally.
Oh man, you guys are so funny. Ah. Let
Here.
me see. Where's that map
Eh.
picture? Okay.
I'm gonna change my
Hang on,
drawing
baby.
color.
All right. Okay.
It's too thick.
That's what she said.
That is what she said. You're not wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna continue playing with this map while you guys are figuring out what you want to do and how you want to proceed to leaving
Yeah.
Proskir. So, it's gonna take about 2 weeks.
Hi, baby.
Okay.
Come here.
So if everybody's ready, then we can get started.
Hey, sleepy boy.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Last we left off.
Ooh in the ocean. I'm sorry. There's a big ooh in the ocean. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, don't be. Ah,
Okay. I'm done
Defiled your map. All right. Last we left off, the Disaster Brigade. They outsmarted the Popo. They managed to escape, despite having done vaguely nefarious things. Although they were defending themselves, in most cases.
blowing up a
Come
person wasn't exactly defending himself, but
In most cases, I clarified. And after explaining yourselves and capturing your attackers, you discussed with the city guard and were let go with a harsh talking to about remembering to not use fire magic in the flammable town.
That's a good
But
lesson.
But after that, you guys managed to get to the adventuring district, and you found a tavern that was for the Dawn Phoenix, I believe, right?
yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
Winter's.
Winter's
whatever.
Eye. Sorry,
Yeah.
it was Winter's Eye because you guys are starting to get more westward. So you guys find a tavern for the Winter's Eye, and you managed to get rooms for the night at a low rate. But in the morning when you woke up, the next thing you would have to do was to sort of start your trek across the plains to get to the Snake Woods. There are paths, there are roads, in fact, that even cut through the area that you guys want to go to, so you can take. They call them old travel roads. For Kali and Sarabi, these aren't old travel roads. These used to be trade routes. These were where how people normally sort of moved goods. They still do get used, but more often now, goods and services go up the train, the along the coast with the train tracks because it's much faster, and then just get brought down along the river because it's a significantly easier sort of trek
Mhm.
than marching through the plains. So yeah, so you guys, got, you guys are in a town, so you guys can pick up goods and stuff like that. You can also go straight to the next town over if you wanted to and start your journey there. It'll add a couple of days to your trip. It's up to you guys. You guys can leave right from Proskir, or you can head over to the other town, or you can figure out what do you guys want to do. This is kind of up to you. How quickly do you want to get to the Snake Woods, and what's your route?
Okay, I guess it's a
Arianti really wants to see where Sarabi and Pietra grew up really bad, so she wants to go directly there.
Is it possible to ask anyone if there's any bridges to cross over the rivers at all?
There is. You guys
Where they are.
can kind of bring where your map. So here, let me zoom in and I'll show you where the that was the out one. I accidentally zoomed out 2 seconds. Let me change my color too, really quick. Paintbrush, draw shape, out shape. I'm gonna draw a line, and I don't want it to be red. Okay. You know that there is a bridge here. Why didn't?
I thought we had left like a path that we were going to follow.
Yeah, I thought we were going from Proskir to Esmel to Ron.
Yeah,
Like,
well, we still have
Yeah,
to.
we were going to go around the land's
We
mouth.
still have to cross a river regardless, so we need to know where the bridges
Yeah.
are so we can. Unless you guys want to try to swim across or throw yourselves across, whatever. I mean,
Well, Emmy
totally
can't
right
do
to
it.
swim
Look at
across.
that.
You absolutely can totally swim across. I will not stop you at all.
I have water
You can
walk. Should I
totally-
prepare it?
You can totally try to swim across the river.
Hey guys, I have
That's
I have
actually so
water walk.
bad.
Should I prepare it?
There's like
Think
river.
it will.
We could
Oh.
cross it this one or
These
this one.
clothes are too expensive
Then
to
over
get.
that way.
we can just. Yeah, we can.
Guys,
Hang on, Sano. We'll figure that out once we decide our path. But
Yeah.
yeah, we can hit that bridge right there.
This one?
Yeah, the one closest. Or no, the other one. The one right next to
This
it.
one?
Yes.
So are
Is
we
that
like
river
going
further
to?
back?
So I will like going like to ride next to the river like here, or are we going to go around the woods like this?
I figure if we go around, it's gonna take longer. Plus, I mean, it might be more dangerous to go through the woods too. But
Going through the
exciting.
trees
But-
instead of by the. Sorry, go ahead.
But Callie and Sarabi should know their way through it, unless it's changed a lot. But they should
Also,
generally
it's
know their way
forest.
through. And yeah, that's your area, that's your terrain.
Yay!
And if we want to, we can find the river in Snake Woods and follow it to the town. But I mean, either way, they'll both know their way through it. So
Yeah, I think it would be faster if we just went through the woods. Mostly
Yeah.
because of Sarabi's terrain thing.
yeah,
Also walking because if we go by horse, we'll.
Yeah, we'd have to go
I
around.
like Sparkles.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for that responsibility.
we can go by
You've
foot.
not
And plus-
forgotten your misadventures with horses.
Yes.
And plus, we
It
have
was
to
a
take care of
wasn't
too. So yeah, it was a pony. He wasn't a full-out horse. It was a pony. Yeah, it was a pony.
He got the heart of a horse.
He had the heart of a grumpy old man.
I was
So he
about
had
to say he had the
the heart of Sarabi when she's 80.
That's why they were kindred
the
spirits.
personality of a mule. How about that?
Yeah. Of an ass. Haha. But yeah.
Ah.
sorry for talking into you guys. I thought it would
No,
be
it's
useful
okay,
or
Sandra.
something.
It would be
Trust
if
me,
we
water
weren't gonna
walk's
hit the
super
bridge.
useful.
Yeah. If we weren't gonna hit the bridge, then it would totally would be. But I don't want you to prepare it and then we're not even have to use
Yeah.
it. So
We might need it if, like, I figure we could follow the river so that we could always have a source of water. And, I mean, it could be it floods and we need to have water walk. I don't know.
or someone pushes someone in. Who knows?
Yeah.
Knowing our party, someone will push someone in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or someone will fail a simple check to walk over a bridge and fall in the water.
Don't get ahead of yourselves.
But yeah, that's the path we can take. And then, Vero should have good berries, but we might want to pack up on rations just in case. Because there could be a time where he uses all his spell slots if we run into anything.
Mm.
And we still need food. So we should stock back up on rations.
Yeah.
And there's multiple people in the party that can hunt as well. But still. You need the backup rations just in case.
How many
This is
rations should
happy-
we have each?
What'd you say, Beth, originally? Was it one ration per meal or 1 ration per day?
1 ration per day.
I
Okay.
think we have enough rations.
Yeah, I
We
have
have 10.
The good berries and get us straight is like.
I think we'll have enough. Plus,
Yeah,
if
good
not, we
berries
have
will-
good berries.
Yeah, good berry.
Plus,
I was just making sure make sure none of you only have 2.
also
Because-
both Sarabian.
I only have 2. So
Yeah,
I should
see,
probably
Rose
buy a
needs
couple.
more.
Yeah, but also both Sarabian and Kali have the Outlander feed,
We
so they can
should
find
be
food for
getting
everybody.
healing potions also.
And then Arianti can make it taste good with prestidigitation.
We probably won't need to use any ration because of the feed that Kali and Sarabi have.
I know, but just in
Yeah,
case
if not,
someone
there's
like
hunting.
Rose should get a few more, or at least if someone has an abundance, share with her, because you never
Yeah.
freaking know, okay? We could try hunting and we all fail our rolls, or Vero could run out of spell slots and we don't have any good berries. So
wanna
why
try
risk
hunting.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is fair.
You may not find food. Sarabi's going to find it.
With
Even
your
if
luck
she
and
has
your
to eat
rolls,
rocks.
you might not.
Even if she has to eat rocks.
That's not food.
How many rations do you have anyway? Poison.
God, she
Did you
crazy.
have a lot? Valen? Really? Really? Really?
I think the more important thing to worry about, though, like, we can get rations, but we also need to get healing potions before we leave. See if we can get some.
Would a town like this even have them? Seeing as it's an agricultural town and not an adventuring town?
Likely the
We can
town
look for 'em.
wouldn't have them. At least what you guys are planning or looking for. They might have a cleric. Remember how excited they were that they had a cleric at one point in time? These guys
Yeah.
probably have some kind of potions, but they're probably going to be very, very expensive for you to buy them away from the town.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't get
So then we just need to focus on getting on rations, and that's basically all we need before we leave.
Which you guys can easily find rations. I mean, it is an agricultural town, so being able to find stuff like that's pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
It'll
With
probably
some
be
bacon.
about. Ooh. So it's probably about a gold a piece, or if you guys want to buy them for by 7 at a time for like a week's worth, they'll bring it down to 6 gold. So you can get it's sort of like buy 6 get 1 free.
I still think it's kind of a waste of money. We have more than enough that we need to travel, but okay.
That's what I was asking. How many do you have, Poison? Because I know you got a lot from Anti-Cell, didn't you? And you kept them on
We
you?
need something for
rations,
Pietro
I
too.
have 12.
Well, we
Well-
could take it out of the group gold. I don't see why not. We still have
But
plenty.
You
the
can
thing
only-
is, since we aren't going to use any rations, because of
Yeah.
the feed.
But it's one of those things that's good to have just in case.
But I have 12.
I was gonna say, if you have 12, then if Rose needs more, you could just give her one of yours.
Yeah.
I just
okay.
wanted to make sure we had enough all together.
All right, then we
Yeah,
won't
sure.
get them.
I'll give her 5 of my ration, like this.
Yeah.
Here,
'Cause
catch.
Rose says she only had 2.
Oh, God.
Hello.
Concern.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Think
Okay,
of
There
I
we
guess
go.
I now have 7. Thank you.
There.
Okay, so that
How many
concludes
potions do
concludes
I
the
have,
travel grocery
actually?
list.
Was there anything else you guys had thought of between now and then that you kind of wanted to pick up before you kind of head back out into the brush?
Hang on, I'm double checking. Okay, good.
Bug spray.
Tons.
That's what the druid's for.
Maybe, maybe where are you looking?
Right, I wanted to ask. I'm either getting water walk or speak with plants, because maybe it'd be useful to be able to speak with plants in a forest full of magical things.
Could be highly, potentially very useful. I'm also thinking, hey, are you edible? Like, it's always something I've always wondered if someone would ever ask a plant if it was edible or not. No one I've ever met has ever done it, but it's always been one of those things that I've always wondered what would happen. But sorry, that was a side comment.
What if the
That's all-
plant is sarcastic? Yeah, you could totally eat me.
Yeah, eat me.
Do an insight check on the plant.
Sorry. Okay, that was a side conversation.
Nightshade.
I'm gonna be
I
right
think
back.
the
I
next
need
time we go
set
to a
Valen up
bigger
in 10.
town, I'd like to get, like, poison. But that's not something I think we would find here.
Probably not. I mean,
Yeah.
There's like pesticides, I would assume.
No, but I'm thinking like poison for like a dagger. That's what I'm saying, like in a bigger
Yeah.
town or something.
No, no,
Yeah,
I get it.
I mean, you guys kind of ran into the biggest, crime sector they had already.
Yep.
Okay, while everybody's trying to buy things, I'm gonna have Sarai fiddle around because she wants to go home, damn it! Move it!
Okay. Okay, so Sarabi is currently trying to collect you guys. Sarabi and Petro are attempting to herd you all to the edge of town. So very much,
the push.
with Sarabi giving Petro commands, kind of like a shepherd trying to herd you all.
Arianti's not fighting. She wants to help push everyone. It's like, let's go. I want to see their hometown.
It's gonna take
Emmy's
weeks
trying to
get
take her
there.
time. She's like, Pietro, I swear if you bite me.
Come on! Sarai grabs Arienti under her arm.
Aw.
Come on! Come on, Noemi, I have another arm!
By the way, Arianti, you did not have a dream last night. I know the last time you slept was back with the train, and then you guys slept here in the town, and you did not have a communication with your patron. So just so you know, you didn't talk to him last night. But yeah. All right, go ahead. I just forgot that we needed to mention that.
Okay.
Did anybody in the inn say anything? Yeah. Since we are from the guild, like any kind of besides the discount.
No,
Did we
no
get
one had.
breakfast?
No, not here. It's too small for them to be able to give you guys free breakfast. They did, however, give you guys the room at a discount rate, because that's kind of the one sort of mandatory thing that everybody gives to people.
Okay, then are we getting food now, or are we gonna eat later?
It's
eat
better
now.
to-
We can get food in the road. Come on, move!
Alright, fine. And she puts her coin purse back on her side.
Alright, so you guys kind of hit the market first thing in the morning with Sarabi and Petro biting at your heels. And you guys managed to kind of get out on the town. So, you find... Actually, Sarabi and Callie, make me... Ooh. Survival checks. You both, the DC... Everyone can make this check, but for Kali and Sarabi, the DC is lower. So their rolls will be worth more than everybody else's. But you guys are all kind of looking for these paths because they don't get used as much anymore. So you guys like get to the edge of town and you're like, shit, where the hell is the road?
Yeah, that's not gonna do it.
I'm just gonna.
I'll do it if everyone else fails.
I did it.
It looks like
didn't
poison.
work.
Passed.
Big ol'. Wait. Do I have anything to my survival?
I'm not even going to try.
I
I'm
just
a
wanna
ranger,
roll.
baby. This is the only good
No,
thing I
okay.
am good for.
Survival.
That's it.
What is my survival gonna be?
Could have been better,
But I
guys.
did pretty good.
By the way, the only offensive spell I have prepared right now is Moonbeam. Everything else is like nature
Well, since
stuff.
it worked so well for you last time.
By the way, I
Don't you have that spell? Sorry, just a question. Don't you have that spell that you can move like one portion of earth? Can you like make a hole and make the things fall in the hole and then fire moonbeam at them?
That's only if she has time to prepare. If you give Vero an hour in advance, yes, he can trap most everybody and just kill them all.
I'm just saying, it will be a really cool way to get rid of somebody. Especially if you need information.
I have this slow and entangle spell, so
Yeah, and you have a handful of spells that are the ones that are for your circle. So yeah, what's up?
sorry, I need to tell you something. Is it a mad thing or did I technically have to roll for concentration every single time I am hit while having Moonbeam up?
No, I probably should have made you roll. I totally forgot. So for right now, yes, moving forward, I forgot I hit you during that combat. But yes, next time when you are holding concentration spells, you do have to roll concentration checks. I forgot. I was frustrated. My bad guy was trapped in Moonbeam. So,
Apologies.
Yes,
Okay.
from moving forward, yes, we do need to be making concentration checks. I almost always forget to make concentration checks. So if you guys want to be nice and keep me honest and be like, hey, I have to make a concentration check, that'd be great. But if you guys don't mention it and I forget, I probably am not going to give you guys shit because I forgot.
I've been just listening to Crit Roll and I've been hearing, somebody had something concentration up and was, roll for concentration. It was what?
Yes. That's definitely a thing. It's whenever you get hit. So if someone misses, you don't have to make the concentration check. It's taking damage disarrays your brain, and so you have to roll to see how well you stay focused. Concentration checks normally are Constitution, I believe. You have to make a Constitution save. I think. Yeah, it's a con save. Okay. Yeah, so you guys are survival checks. You rolled them and I hadn't looked. Hold on. Oh, yeah, no, poison.
Basically wiped the
Yeah,
floor.
Sarabi, you I know exactly where this goddamn thing is.
Yeah, this is my lane.
So yes, so you found exactly where the road was. You were able, it kind of was slightly obscured. Some of the grass had kind of grown over what appears to be a cobblestone path. So, now there's, instead of having the cobblestones be, sort of smooth and kind of the edges around the cobblestones are kind of all the grass has been stomped down or kind of pushed back. The grass is starting to overgrow and kind of push up in between the cobblestones.
So people have been traveling less this place.
Yeah. This, near the towns, there's always cobblestone. As you get farther away from town, the cobblestones will kind of disappear slowly, where it'll just end up being a dirt road. And that's kind of the big indicator that you're getting close to a town again, is because the cobblestones will reappear. It's how you know you're like, oh, thank God, I'm near a checkpoint.
Cool.
Yeah.
So question: where are we in the map? I need to find myself.
Proskier is here.
Here.
So you guys are
So
just leaving from here.
Okay.
So you kind of, you can kind of stomp straight through Lane's mouth, but I believe you guys decided that was a bad idea.
Yes, bad idea.
No one wanted to go through Big Pee-Pee. So instead, you guys. So right now, which bridge did you guys want to go through? Bridge 1? Yeah. So you guys are heading. This is kind of going to be your path. Yeah.
So we are probably going to.
We're going from here to here, then that way.
Yeah. So like that, and I believe your guys' town is along the river, right? It's sort of in the middle of the Snake Woods. Oh, it's down here.
Where is Soul Nose? Where was the town? Like around. Wait.
I believe it was along the river, right? Because it was, yeah.
Like here? So?
Here?
It's on hill?
So?
She wrote
It
it
was
wrong,
either
something
here.
up.
I don't remember where, but it was either here or around here near the mountains. I can remember.
That could change the route. At the most, we could, make the point of decision here or something, but,
for the sake of sanity, it's here. There's the town. So that's where you guys are headed to. That can migrate slightly as needed.
Alright, sorry, I'm back.
More
Valen
like
was being a
a
butt.
settlement.
Oh, okay. Soul's back.
So
What happened? I've been gone for a while.
Where was the campsite, the settlement,
Here.
where the family lived? There.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Down here?
Near the mountains.
Closer
Here.
to the cities. There was like a kind of like a point in between two of them, between this one and this one, to make it easier to get to the road, and by its own lake, which is right there.
Ooh, I don't want to make that bigger. That would have been bad. Oh look,
And
the
all
town
it
got
is,
huge.
all it is it's not even really a town. It's like a little cropping. What was it?
Yeah,
A
it's
clearing
a bunch
that
of
has only like a
little-
few cabins in it. It's not. I guess you can call it like a small village, since there was like how many people living there, but there's no other random people. It's just their family. And that's it. They live in the middle of the woods.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like only 5 houses
Mm-hmm.
and a tree house.
So it's more like a campsite then.
Yeah.
True.
It's a commune.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, but that's where it is. That's where you guys are headed.
Okay.
So we can go there directly, or we can like go to
Or we can.
Smeltaren.
That's it, yeah. Or we can hit up the town if we need it. I guess we can decide when we get close and then go straight there. From the town.
Certainly, it would be easier to follow the river to
Yeah.
the lake.
And if we need to stock up on potions or whatever, maybe that town has some.
Yeah.
I don't know. It used to be
Especially
a
given that it's a long.
point.
You guys know that Esmeltran is, because it's a port town along the lake. It's predominantly logging, so that's kind of what its big export was. It did logging and fur trapping and stuff like that.
It wasn't
but
a tourist
it was
point
like-
too, because the lake was really pretty.
Yeah. So it had like near the docks was near the docks
adorable.
was a touristy location, but
There.
once you kind of got more inland, you kind of ended up with more cabins in like the farming community, and this is where the log workers were, and there were mills and things like that, and they'd get the wood out. But given how the trains and stuff have been functioning, and the fact that you're assuming this town's probably going to be bigger than the last time you saw it.
Yeah. Everything's growing.
Yep. Okay.
Come on, what
So-
are we waiting for? Let's go! Move, people, move!
All right. So, it's gonna take about, I think I said 2 weeks total to get down to your town, right? That's what I said?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So to get to the Snakewood, it's about a week. So, you guys, for you, this is actually kind of a normal adventure. I mean, the idea of wandering off into the forest and doing crazy things is normal for you guys. You guys are kind of used to this style of adventuring. So,
This is probably the most normal thing we have done since we died.
and as you guys get farther out of town, you maybe within 3 hours, you cannot see the town anymore. You don't really see any sort of signs of development anymore. If you guys weren't wearing the clothes you wear now, you wouldn't know that you are 100 years in the future. It looks the same. It's a little overgrown, but I mean, that's nature.
Yeah.
So it looks normal. It doesn't look changed at all.
Future neglects to mow their lawns.
Yeah.
Lazy assholes.
But yeah, so you guys walk for the first day. Not a whole lot happens. I mean, you mostly just walk. I believe you guys are in spring, right?
You said fall, but
Fuck.
remember we had the
Fall.
the Halloween
God.
like,
Yeah.
All right,
Spring.
perfect. It's fall. Awesome. I never can remember what season we're in. Awesome.
Yeah, you
so
said
it's
it's like
fall.
nearing the end of fall, but it's fall.
Yeah. So you guys. So it's getting cold. It's going to get cold at night. You guys know that. But
the scarf that Auntie Sal
Yeah.
left for us.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So the scarves from Anti-Sal will help keep that chill away. But you know, at night it'll bring in the mists. As you guys start to get farther away from civilizations, you're going to start having to deal with big cloud cover, lots of fog. It'll burn off by the time the sun's risen. It'll be gone in an hour. But as night starts to set in, you guys are going to have to kind of be dealing with a lot of moisture. So it's something to keep in mind when you guys are starting to look for camps. But you guys managed to walk pretty much the entire day. You find a little niche, you stop to have lunch. Not a lot happens. But it's starting to kind of remind you, like, it's normal. You guys have reached this, like, okay, and when we're normal, there's no trains, there's no crazy contraptions, there's none of this weirdness. It's just us and walking. And then, probably towards mid-afternoon, you like, holy shit, walking is so goddamn boring. Why did we do this?
Arianti can play some songs while they're walking.
Yeah, you guys, but like that first, like most of the first day, you guys are like, this is great, this is normal, this is what we used to do, and then you're like, oh my god, I have to be walking for a week. This is tedious and long. But it's a familiar kind of tedious. So, you guys roll me survival checks to find camp.
Okay. D20?
Yep.
D20. Yep.
Okay.
Woohoo!
Oh, Sarabi did it.
Holy shit. Okay, Sarabi, not only did you find a really good camp, so Sarabi's nat 20 did it.
Yeah.
So Sarabi, you find a really good camp, but you find one that has a clean water source. So you guys can, it's not it's really nifty to find it now, but it's up on top of a hill where a lot of the grass has been, it's like scrub grass a little bit. So you're not even going to get a lot of moisture collecting there, and you guys are up on a hill, so you guys aren't going to, no one's going to be able to sneak up on you during the night while you guys set up camp. But now that you're about a day's walk outside of town, you can see the stars again. It was something you hadn't realized you hadn't been seeing while you were in town.
This water source is like a small spring, or
Yeah, it's a small freshwater spring. So it's clean fresh water.
okay.
I fill up my leather.
Pricey.
And me looking up at the stars. Thank God they're still there.
Yeah, because when you guys had been in town, you weren't seeing as many of the little itty bitty ones, and you're like, oh my god, they killed the stars. But now that you're back, you guys had seen them while you guys were marching back in town that first time, but the last couple of days that you guys have been in cities and things like that, you just hadn't seen them.
And also, when you're on the boat, it was kind of like, okay, do I want to go out and see if the stars are still there, or do I want to get sick?
Yep. Stars are seasick.
So we are settled, we are safe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sari goes, nice, fresh water, and she takes off her shirt.
Yep.
Fantastic.
I figured the fresh water is gonna get tainted now.
Oh dear.
She's boobs free.
Vero has even hide Vero.
Pietro waits. Pietro waits till you get about 2/3 of the way into the pond before just big old dog belly flop in, and he's trying to splash you with as much water as he physically can.
Sari's gonna wrestle Pietro in the water.
Yep, no, doesn't care. There's a lot of sloshing and water flying.
Arianti wants to join us in, so she just jumps in on top of them.
We were supposed to be a little spring. Can we all be there?
Okay,
No, you guys could probably fit like three. You guys could probably fit 3 people max into the little spring. You found it's deep enough that you can stand in it, comfortably.
Arianti.
No, not Arianti. But it's one of those situations where it's got like a very narrow bank, and then suddenly it's a big drop, but the drop is not huge. But like it's just a shallow bank, and then a deep part in the center, almost like a well.
Big is the drop.
Chest height for Sarabi.
So it's over your head.
So that's a big drop for a gnome.
It is a big drop for the short ones. For Kali, it's like your middle. It comes up. It's like if you sit down, it's a comfy bath. But it's cold. Like it's cold water.
Oh wait,
yeah.
I forgot something. Sari gets up out of the water and shakes like a dog and runs to Vero, teeth free. Vero, about that retraining.
Right, and he looks.
Tormenting your druid.
Vero's teaching policy is no shirt, no service.
Right, maybe, and he's gonna give her the mantle. It's called. It's cape or
It's
mantle or
perfectly
whatever.
nice. It's a really nice night. I don't know what you're talking about.
Robbie, he doesn't want to see the tits.
But everybody has tits.
Yeah, that's not the point.
I don't have tits.
Of course you do, Kill.
Well, kid, you have tits, but they're kid tits. Different.
Biro, come on, you have tits too.
I don't dying of laughter over in the corner.
And he's blushing. Right, about
He's trying not
that.
to laugh.
I wanted to talk with you about this. Regardless, before I got so mad, I wanted to tell you that I have no problem with this whatsoever. I would prefer it if you would wear something though, just that I can.
No.
Apologies.
Okay, she takes off her pants and puts it over her tits. There.
Is she wearing at least underwear?
Joe comes up and takes this is the perfect opportunity and shakes all of the water out of his fur on both of you.
He's like, nice, everybody's distracted now.
Yes, you two are both thoroughly distracted. He has been the least sneaky dog ever. He's doing that slow dog walk that makes you think where he thinks he's being stealthy and he's not.
You know exactly
everyone
what he's
else,
doing.
everyone else sees him
Everyone
going
else
towards
saw
him,
it,
but don't say a damn
except
word.
these two. Yep. Just shakes. And his fur is really thick, so there's a lot of water. There's a surprise. It's like he was a sponge and he absorbed water.
It's now everybody smells like wet dog.
Just you two. Just Vero and
Everyone
Sorority.
else stepped back because they saw what he was doing.
Ramikawa doesn't really smell any different,
God
truthfully.
damn it, Pietro, I'm talking serious business here.
River blinks. Uses his hand to like get a bit of the water away. Right, I wanted to teach you. I mean, I'd like to teach you if you. I've had this whole speech planned, but regardless, you want to.
And she
you
looks
want
at
to-
him. All in her naked glory.
I just wanted to tell you. I mean, it's. I don't want to start this based on a lie. So, Sarabi, there's something you. Oh dear, there's something you told me you don't remember telling me.
Is there?
And he says, yes, there is. I'm not sure if this is the right moment. Just know that I'm not mad. I forgive you. I've forgiven you. You.
She looks at the other. Do you want to talk this alone or?
I'm just gonna go build a tent.
Let's go set up the tents, guys. Come
Yeah.
on, Rose. Come on, Till. Come on, Oriente.
But I'm curious. What's she
Too
talking?
fucking bad. Come on.
What's he talking about? I want to
Come
know.
help build the tent.
They need
Okay.
to talk. They need
You're
to
part of
talk
this troop.
privately.
You gotta
Come
do
on.
the job.
Okay, give me 1 second. And she goes and grabs the wolf pelt because she's getting chilly. Too much free titty. Then ties around her. Okay, let's go.
Okay, he
And
leaves
she moves a bit.
Sarabi close enough, just that they run into something dangerous.
Yeah,
Okay.
just out of earshot, but still within
Yeah.
eyesight.
But yeah, no.
Yeah.
Sarabi got a nat 20. Nothing will attack you tonight. You guys picked the primo spot to hide. You guys are good.
It's at the
Yeah.
campsite. 10, 5 stars.
5-star hotel. You guys found a perfect place. Yeah.
Ariante takes this opportunity to find a secluded spot to go work on the dress then. Since Sarabi's distracted.
Okay. Once they are away, she turns to him. Speak.
Alright, remember the time at the inn that never was where you got very, very drunk?
I think there were like 2 or 3 times like that.
At the time, that, where you asked Filigree for a clock. You told me your story about killing the white stag and how it happened. And you seemed very upset. I don't want to start this based on a lie, and I think I'm starting to see your maybe a few of your reasons for becoming a druid. I could be very wrong, but maybe you'd want to.
Well, this actually saves a lot of time. I was actually going to tell you, so it's fine if you know, to be honest. So,
Okay, great.
Yes, let's say that may be the reason that we kind of broke something and we need to fix it. And honestly, I think like how I am right now, I won't be able to fix anything. So maybe you can teach me how to become the person I need to be in order to fix all this.
I would be honored to.
And then she runs and hugs him.
He's not used to it, but he hugs her back.
I literally, for the record, she put on the wolf pelt, not a shirt. So literally, she's standing like in a cloak, and then she flings her arms up tits again, and she hugs him.
Absolutely.
I just imagine him like being red in the face and going pet pet.
Yeah, exactly. Then he notices, goes speed red, and
And then our druid became a tomato.
Again.
yet again.
Happening every other day at this point.
I think it's just because they like tormenting him.
After that, he's gonna. Alright, if you want to learn few things, where should I start? I could start with the general ground rules, but that, I mean, it would be not as interesting for you. How did my mentor begin to teach me? And he's just starting to get his journal out. I mean, I could teach you. I could teach you Druidic for a start.
You mean how to breed things with plants?
Exactly.
Nice, I have plans for that.
Just Robbie shaping a bunch of flowers that just say dick.
Please don't. Please don't do anything that would be harmful.
Do anything
Druids
girl
use
won't
them
do.
warn each other and exchange information. So please don't spread any false things. That's all I ask.
Don't tag things.
Don't worry, she puts a hand on his shoulder. Nothing I say will be a lie. I promise.
All right then.
Oh my god, that was the best avoidance of answering him I've ever heard.
Very good avoidance.
10 out of 10.
A+.
Me as a player, I find that so funny, so I'm not gonna inside check here. I'm just saying he's so happy he can teach someone that he completely doesn't think of that.
Okay.
Okay, we can go back. But before that, and she turns around and hugs him again. And just for a minute, she just stays there, hugging him, staying silent, and then goes, okay, we can go now.
All right.
That was Arabi for I love you very much.
Yeah. Her love language is touch.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And tits.
Yeah.
It is real love language. Everybody can see it.
Free display. No cover cost.
Later, I wanna see if Larry can catch some bird because I want her to make the feather thing for Bureau.
Aww.
Aw.
Give it to the members of her pack. So she's his family for her now, and she wants to give him the feather.
All right. So he still needs to piss his ear, by the way. I will do that.
Right, so you guys have a cute moment. So you guys head back into camp. While you guys were having your cute moment, everybody else had been setting up tents and getting a campfire going and that kind of thing.
And when we're setting up the tents, there's that one custom tent that they're setting up, and Callie sets it up and she looks at Noemi and goes, Noemi, this is yours. No one else's, this is yours.
Okay. And she kind of just narrows her eyes at Callie.
Oh, I remember this, yes. Okay, go ahead.
It's like, this is yours, and if someone tries to get into it you don't sorry. Hang on. If someone tries to take it, and you don't want them in there, let me know. I have ways of scaring people away.
You mean literally lifting them off the ground and eating them out?
Yeah. Pretty good at that.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. She goes to the tent. She comes out the tent.
I believe you had this one made so that way it had
It
a
has-
mesh netting on top, right?
Yeah, it has like a window you can kind of open. Like you can close it if it's raining so that the rain doesn't get in. But then you can kind of like, almost like Velcro. Yeah, I don't know what their equivalent of Velcro would be. Maybe it's like a tie instead, like you tie it. But,
Yeah, it would be, they would have ties or snaps. You could do
yeah,
snaps.
maybe snaps, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can snap it shut, or you can, when it's raining, and then you can undo it when it's not. And it's a window that points directly up, so you can look at the sky where you
Right.
sleep.
So Emmy comes out the tent, and for a moment she looks angry. Her face is red, right?
And Callie's walked off to go put up another tent, by the way.
No,
She didn't
she's not
even
getting
say,
away.
She walked off.
So she storms over to Callie, looks at her, and then hugs her, like real tight with no context. Then she lets go, and then storms back to her tent without saying a word.
Okay. Yeah.
That's adorable.
Shut up.
So much adorableness.
So I take it that since Noemi's getting her own tent, we have to come up with different sleeping arrangements.
I mean, that's
Well,
up to
no, people
you
can
guys.
sleep in Emmy's tent. She just has to be tolerant of you at the time.
Yeah.
Ah,
And what Callie meant is like, someone can't take it. Like, this is mine tonight. No one else can come in. You know. No. Never Grammy wants
It'd be
it there.
like for example, if
I'm going
if
to
you
my
were fighting,
room.
if
Yeah.
she were having a fight with someone, she'd be like, "No, you can't come in here tonight."
All right.
But we'd have to probably change sleeping arrangements for some of us anyway, because I'm pretty sure RENT's gonna insist on sleeping with Sarabi.
Yes. yes.
Yeah. So.
So it's,
Robbie and Petro.
so it's
have one-
RNT, Sarabi, Petro, and tent?
We have like 3 regular tents and the 1 custom tent. So we have 4 tents in total.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Pill tends to hog 1 tent all the time.
Emmy will share a tent
she's a
with whoever
princess.
wants to come in. She doesn't care.
And Callie will have her own, but whoever stays with Callie has to know that she's big, so she takes up most of the room in there. So you have to be comfortable being pretty much touching her.
Squished.
Yeah. So.
I mean, we have small people.
And Vero just meditates, so whatever.
Yeah, he does the nature thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the end, I think it comes down to Rose.
Yeah, we can really keep the same when Callie just
Decide
gets
where you
home
want to
now.
sleep. You can keep it. You can stay in Emmy's tent if you want to. If not, you can sleep with Callie.
Yeah, I feel like
Or you can
Rose
go
will
rain
act-
on
well,
Pill's parade.
Actually, here's what Rose does. She goes over to Noemi. So you have your own tent now. Are you okay with me sleeping in your tent? Because
Why not?
remember one of the last times that we were sleeping in the
Listen.
same tent.
So long as you don't punch me in the face, you can sleep in my tent, Rose. Good person. I want to fight you sometimes, but I'm not gonna keep holding a grudge on you.
Okay. She can't guarantee that she won't be able to, that she won't punch Noemi in the face, but she just says, okay, just moves on.
Well, that was her condition. As long as you don't punch me in the face, and we're good.
I love that Rose made no promises.
Yeah, Emmy noted that, but she didn't say anything.
Who knows? Who knows how destiny or fate turns out?
Who knows?
She's a clerical Avandra. She promises nothing.
Who knows? Maybe next time the
Exactly.
one punching someone in the face will be Noemi. All right, because she gets nightmares at night. All right, it's she knows. It's fine.
Okay, but yeah, so you guys, who takes the first watch while Vero is asleep?
Emmy will take it.
Okay, then roll me a perception check.
Rolling 18 plus whatever my perception is.
Hey, you rolled well enough. Nothing. You don't
Okay,
see
cool.
anything out of the ordinary. You see a couple of animals, just standard nighttime animals, or like an owl and things like that, but nothing big, nothing like that is a threat to you guys, essentially. And after Vero's 4 hours, Vero gets up and takes the rest of the night's watch. But yeah, so your guys' night, for the most part, passes unassumingly. Not a lot happens, not too much. There's not really a big deal for a lot of stuff. Vera, of course, Nellie is semi-nocturnal, so you staying up all night actually with her lets you get more training in with her if you want to.
Oh, I totally want to.
Okay, what do you want to try to teach Nellie?
I was kind of thinking that if she might send messages to people, like someone she recognized. It was kind of the thing what I was thinking. Or, I mean, she can't defend herself, I think. I hope.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for her, defending herself, she'll bite things, but it only does a point of damage. Like, she does not have any kind of, like, serious firepower behind those chompers of hers. So you want to try to teach her to send messages to people she knows. Kind of, okay. How do you want her to send the message? Like, did you want to, like, be able to tie,
Yeah.
like, messages
tie-
to her? Okay.
Yeah, tie like a small scroll or something that she can just.
Like a little scrap of paper that you tie with some twine around her.
Yeah.
Okay. You can spend roll me an animal handling check. What you're doing tonight is you're trying to get her accustomed to having a piece of paper tied to her.
All right. Animal handling, I guess. Here goes nothing. First barrel. Right. Animal handling it's a 9 together.
It's a 9? Okay.
Yeah.
She's more interested in taking the paper and shredding it and making nesting. Every time you tie it to her and you think she's not going to pull it off, and then she twists around and pulls out the paper and starts shredding it. Just shreds it like hamsters do to make bedding, but she keeps bringing it back to your pocket and sticking it in your pocket. Oh.
She's adorable.
So cute.
But yeah, you probably won't be able to try again until tomorrow night to try to see if you can convince her to not shred the paper.
Thank goodness this is spare paper.
Yep. They're just scraps of paper, but she shreds them and goes over and hides them in your coat.
It's adorable, though.
But yeah, so that's kind of that. There's what you and Nelly did all night. Just imagine you going, no. All right, you guys get up in the morning at dawn, and nothing else happens, and you kind of see Vera looking vaguely exasperated. But yeah, so did anybody else something they wanted to do in the morning, or anybody they wanted to talk to, or something like that?
So how hard will be to like steal something from inside Kali's bag when she's not looking.
So you want to try to wake up before Kali and steal something from her bag?
Yeah, just a sheet of paper, and something to read with.
Okay. Are you trying not to wake up Pietro and Arienti while you get out of the tent?
Pietro's fine. Arienti, no.
Not trying to wake up Arienti. All right. Make a stealth check. Katie, what's your passive perception?
Where would that be listed?
On the front of your character sheet, there is a box that should say passive.
It's underneath all of your skills.
Skills? Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
I think it'll say passive wisdom or something, and then parentheses it'll say perception.
15.
15. No, you woke up Arienti. You're like, I'm doing really well, and you kind of shift Pietro, and Pietro kicks her.
God damn it.
So Arienti, you get a dog sniff, a dog sneeze right in the face, and then a paw finds you right between the ribs.
I want to try to cover Arienti's mouth before she screams, Sarami, what are you doing?
I know, she's not gonna scream. She's just like, ow, Pietro. What did you do that for?
Okay, you're being shushed.
What are you shushing for? Why? What are you doing?
Nothing suspicious. Go to sleep.
That's exactly what a suspicious person would say.
Roll a deception check.
God damn it. I think I'm a -1.
She
can do
doesn't
it.
need to roll deception.
Okay. Even with the -1, Arienti, make an insight check.
Insight.
It should be your skill list. It'll be under I. Nope. Okay, she's totally not doing something suspicious.
I'm just having a night stroll.
Can I come with you?
Morning.
Oh, can I come with you? I want to go on a night stroll.
No, this is for adults only. Because
You're an
kids
adult?
need to sleep. Shh, go to sleep. Shh.
Vera's having watch, you know.
Yeah, I know, he's just sitting out there.
Oh, but I want to come too.
It's okay. She hides the sheet inside whatever clothes she has. I'm going to sleep too. Good night.
Okay, guess. I can't be
she's
suspicious.
only stealing a sheet of paper. I don't know why we are doing such a big deal about it.
Okay, she goes back to
Because you
sleep.
said I wanted to steal it from somebody.
Asking, yeah.
It's because she doesn't want people asking about it, so she's going to do it secretly.
Oh. Arienti has to believe you, so I guess she goes back to sleep.
Yes, it's super not suspicious. Good night.
Okay, she kind of snuggles back into Pietro, and you can kind of sneak out of the tent now. You wait till you hear her snoring, and Pietro is snoring, and then you can get back out of the tent.
If Vero is awake out there.
Oh yeah, he's just sitting there.
Okay, she goes and sits next to Vero, close to the fire, and start drawing something on the paper. Don't mind me. Just doing that.
Alright. He's just... I guess he keeps cuddling with Nelly or doing Nelly things.
She's super concentrated, like this is really hard. She keeps sketching.
Okay.
Yeah, she stayed there. She stayed there for a while. She's not very good at drawing.
All right, she's drawing something. This is right around dawn, so in about an hour or so, everyone else will probably start getting up. Because you guys left the flap open, Rose and Noemi, you two would probably be the next two who were getting up because sunlight.
Emmy opens her eyes. She's like, "Curse you." She sits up and closes the tent. She's like, "Rose, get up."
She's already like half awake because the sun is kind of in her eyes. So
Yep.
she just kind of groans a little bit, gets up, and rubs her eyes.
All right, so you guys kind of start getting up
Yeah.
slowly. You kind of get breakfast. How long are you gonna do your drawing for?
It's done already.
Okay, all right. Drawing's done. You guys kind of pack up. Vero, Sarabi did something this morning, but it clearly wasn't important. You now also, by the way, have a pocket full of scraps of paper, little shreds of paper now.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys get up. You kind of disassemble your tents. It's a familiar process. You guys kind of start munching on a little bit of breakfast while you sort of start walking out. Anything else you guys particularly wanted to do or were interested in doing or anything like that?
What can they do?
Yeah, Sarabi's gonna approach Arienti.
Yeah, I just didn't know if there was conversations you guys wanted to have with each other, or if you guys I want to know about this certain object that I have on me, or I want to try to fiddle with something or something like that.
I do want to give her a chance to fiddle with her ring. I imagine she has been, but I haven't really mentioned it.
With her signet ring?
Yeah, because she has it on her finger.
Yeah.
Can I say that when she, or before going to bed, or when she wakes up, I guess, that she was fiddling with her ring, and can she, investigate it again?
Sure.
What would I roll?
Investigation.
Oh, that makes sense. Where is that at?
It's a ring.
I can't. I'm so bad at it. I'll try again tomorrow.
You have to get Phil to do that because he has an impressive luck identifying things. I don't know.
Yeah. Arcane.
By the
things,
way,
mostly.
Well, when am I gonna get a chance to ask him?
That
What's
reminds
up?
me of.
Never mind.
Bill, Ren. Oh, sorry.
What's up, Vero? You were saying something?
No, can I start working on that health potion at some point? Not right now because we're traveling.
Because you're
Right.
traveling, you can read up about how your health potions work. I could say that that's something you can be doing. Something you can do in the evening instead of. It's a little. No, you're learned. You know how to read and walk. You just walk a little slower, so everybody kind of sandwiches you in the middle of the line because you got your nose in a book. But no, you can read up on how the process works and sort of the potion theory, I guess, is what you're reading up right now. Because you need a stable location to sort of craft health potions, so you need to be somewhere for a week. If you spend a week at a town in a specific location, you should be able to start trying to brew something.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was Sarabi going to come up to Ariente about something?
Oh yeah. She goes to Arienti and goes, "Kid, do you do commissions?"
Commissions? On what?
On this! And then she puts, wait. I have it here. She showed her this.
Oh.
Armbands?
Yes!
That's amazing!
She tried really hard to make it really impressive.
Aw. Oh, these are so cute. Yes, I can definitely make this for you, but I don't have the material for it. I'd have to get it at the next town.
Okay. Do you need money?
If you can help me get the material for it, I'll make it for you for free.
Oh, nice. I like free things.
Truer words have never been said.
By the way, she's really proud of that driving.
I love it. I am really proud of that. I want.
Oh, is she? So she takes the little sketch that Sarabi did, and she takes out her little notebook where she's been doodling the pictures of Sarabi's dress. And so she opens it up to put it in there, and then maybe accidentally opens up to the page with the dress and is like, oh, wait, no, whoa, you didn't see anything. Never mind. Let me just take this.
It's okay, kid. We all drew boobs when we were kids. It's okay, it's okay. It can be our secret.
Day 2, you guys!
Okay.
We made up the title this one and then there were boobs.
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm in tears. 2 seconds. Alright, you guys make it through the rest of the day. Vero is reading. Do you guys want to do anything else before you need to make camp for the next night?
I think at one point the ring thing reminded me, and then Emmy would have been thinking about it all night. So, like when she was looking at the stars and stuff, so, she's probably gonna go to Pill and ask him if he heard anything else from the ring, because he talked to her about it on the train the other day, and she doesn't trust it.
Pill, you're being interrogated.
No, it's not an interrogation. It's just like, hey, keep me in the loop. I'm worried, you know.
So light interrogation.
Yeah.
Friend engagement.
Friend engagement. It's more like sister engagement. Older sistering him.
Does that give her advantage on the roads?
That's up to Pill.
Older sistering.
Apes?
Yeah, there he is.
Oh, good. Okay, we wanted to make sure you were there. So Noemi asked you about the ring.
Well, did something happen, Beth?
No, nothing new.
Okay, that's what he tells her.
No, nothing new. Hey, the conversationalist of our generation.
All right, keep me posted.
Okay.
So what has what has Pill been doing this whole time? Just kind of like rolling his eyes and just hanging out with everybody, or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. but no, like, particularly antagonistic actions are being taken.
No, he's just too bored trying to figure out when the rain lady's gonna talk to him again.
Okay, so he's brooding over the ring. All right.
Yeah.
That's an acceptable mode of action for the wizard. That's all right.
So we're
It's a very in character action for Pill.
For sure. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that that's what you wanted to be doing. That you're cool with brooding.
Mhm.
Okay. You guys make camp for the next night. Go ahead and make survival checks.
Well, I can re-roll that.
You got a 1, I guess.
Yes. I got a 9 for survival.
Okay.
I got a 6.
There's a 19.
Give me just a
9,
second.
13, a 10, 10, and a 2.
Well, Colin got a 9.
I got a 17.
Pills
wait,
too busy
17.
brooding.
Yeah.
Between Kali and
Oh wait, hold on. It's actually 12 because I forgot to add my survival.
That's fine. Between Vero and Kali, you guys managed to find a fairly good place. It doesn't have any kind of water this time, but you guys are going to be in the field this night, so you're going to have to deal with fog. It's going to kind of get cooler as the fog rolls in, so it'll be a little chilly, so you guys might want to just sleep with your scarves on. But something that you'll have to pay attention to is making sure that the campfire doesn't get too damp.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, same kind of idea. You guys set up your tents. It's probably not a good idea to leave that flap open, because you just know the dew's gonna just roll right in there. It's gonna let all the moisture right into the tent.
Yeah, she'd know better.
But yeah.
It's like a canopy. She'd know better.
Yeah, it's also like Rose would kill her at that point.
Relax.
One
Just
thing back
you
when
see Rose giving her a look. She's like, relax. I'm closing the tent.
okay, good. It's like it was one thing when she was cutting holes in the tent before, but it was also summer.
It was summer then, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So okay. Who's doing first night's watch? Who's doing watch this night?
I'm gonna volunteer Sarabi and Pietro.
Okay.
And then Ariente volunteers herself with them.
But just half a turn. It's not legal to make child work the full turn.
Okay.
It's fine. I stay up all night all the time.
See, what I imagine is that she'll like be trying to stay up with her throughout the whole shift, and then halfway through the shift,
Yes.
So she makes it about 2 hours in. And then she falls asleep. Pietro fell asleep about hour 3.
God damn you!
You have to carry them into the tent.
Stupid dog.
Yeah.
No, I'll wake them up.
But yeah, so you get through your shift. Vero wakes up. Vero kind of does his thing. Vero, what did you garbled English? What did you want to do this night? Did you want to try to teach Nelly again? Did you want to read? What were you after this night?
I'm thinking right now because I think I always maybe look up edible plants.
Okay.
And they're edible and poisoned, like just to
Just general for the area.
yeah.
Okay. Make me a nature check.
Using the journal, by the way.
Yep. Yeah, I figured.
At some point, that he probably read it thrice over. I mean, it's alright. I guess. 15.
15. There's nothing new that particularly jumps out at you. Sometimes something to keep watch is like if you do find a blackberry bush, keep in mind that there might be poison ivy underneath it. Just standard, for the air region that you're in. If you'd been in Land's Mouth, this would have been a different discussion, but for like just the general area that you're located in, there's nothing particular that you need to like look out for. There's no like, hey, also there's these really horrible, nasty vines that try to kill you when you climb through them. There's none of that. But yeah, so yeah, you don't really kind of come across any kind of really detailed or important information in the journal. Something that you do notice, Vero, as it starts to lighten up and the fog and the mists sort of rise up from the grasses, and you see them rising up, the mists around you sort of turn to little ice flakes and fall back down. Just while you're sitting there, you're not thinking about using magic of any kind, but the dew does not collect on you. Instead, before it gets too close to you, it shifts into little ice crystals and it's kind of snowing around you.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
So yes, you have a little circle of snow around you, but it's not, the dew is not collecting on you. Yeah.
Our very own
becoming
Chakra.
Elsa.
Yeah. I mean, he's a Disney princess.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. But yeah, so you guys kind of wake up in the morning and Vero's just chilling and he's got this little like ring of snow. When you guys get up though, it is seriously like pea soup fog. You'll know that it'll like burn off in like an hour, but when you guys are getting up, it's just, you have no visibility.
Okay, is it like humid?
Not humid, it's cool. It's like early morning, like that the cool mist that you can sometimes get in grassy fields, and it's like autumn or spring.
Okay.
Could I have Ariente do that investigation on her?
Sure.
I would think she would do it like when she's doing the watch with Sarabi and Pietro at night.
Okay. It's a ring.
Damn it! One of these days. Okay, let's go on.
Okay, yep, so morning comes, you guys kind of get your tents packed up, you guys kind of make breakfast, but you're mostly trying to make sure that the tents are dry-ish, dry enough, but you have prestidigitation, of course, so you're having Arianti prestidigitation stuff to make sure the tents aren't wet before you roll them up, so they don't, like, get mildewy or anything.
It's so much nicer having a bard around.
I know, right? Thank you, Rose.
But yeah, so you guys get prestidigitation down. You get your tents packed up and you start walking. This time, this is the day you guys know you're going to be ending up crossing the bridge. It's just how this one's gonna go. You know that about the third day is when you guys would come across the bridge, and you do. So you guys are maybe mid-afternoon. You guys have already stopped for lunch by the time you do get to the bridge. It's not. The river does not look that far across. You guys can easily, you see it while you guys are walking up. You clearly see the river. It's not that far across. Yeah, it's not that far across. The water doesn't look like it's moving too quickly. It's just kind of like water. But yeah, there's a bridge.
It's just a normal bridge.
It's just a bridge.
Okay, let's approach then.
Oh,
Oops,
You guys
I think I'm having lag.
Yeah, just about to say maybe I'm
a
paranoid,
bridge!
but I kind of don't trust it.
oh, it's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, no, stay behind, god damn it!
Oh, she jumps up here and lands under.
I love how you guys are all suspicious.
Why she goes try to
She
grab
likes-
her.
She goes and leans over the rail and looks under. I was like, I
Okay,
wonder if I can
so-
see any fish.
So,
Okay.
Sarabi, were you trying to grab Arianti before she darted onto the bridge?
Yeah, when she grows right next to her.
Okay. Make Arianti make a dex check. Sarabi make a strength check.
My kid's stupid.
One.
Dex.
Well, no.
Well, let's see what.
Unless she rolls a 1.
Wait, what is Dex?
Dexterity. Your dexterity modifier.
It's not under skills, is it?
No, it's
No.
under your character, your
there it is.
stats. Yeah. Nope, mine's right by you.
That's a very slippery sleep child.
Awesome. Arianti, about here.
Do I have-
Make me another dex.
Did you say makes another dexterity save?
Yeah, make another dexterity save.
I used my good one.
Okay, Arianti, you slip. You didn't notice that the bridge was covered in this weird green slime. And you slip.
Of
May I-
course it was.
Can I? Oh jeez, is that an action now? Can I turn into something that can swim, get out, or anything? Is she alright?
We're gonna start initiative for the sake of Arianti just fell into.
God damn it! I knew it!
Child.
Damn it!
Wait, I don't know if my. Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Initiative.
Oh, that's 18. Nice, actually.
3. That is.
Oh, shit.
18. We got like 3 18s.
Good lord.
Roll again.
Nobody wants the child to die.
No, we just go in order. We just go in order. Whoever has the highest dex to the lowest.
Yeah. So first
Okay.
is. Let's see. So it's. Sarabi.
I'm gonna get swept away really quickly in that river.
Next is.
Pill.
Let's see. Pill. Yep. Okay. Who has the highest dex between the
Noemi.
three of you?
Noemi.
Noemi. Okay.
Yeah.
Sono,
Noemi.
what's yours? I don't remember his.
All right, my dexterity. Sorry.
That's okay.
Give me just. It's 12, so 1.
So Vero and Callie have the same dexterity.
Okay, both roll a d20.
Okay.
Just straight d20. Whoever rolls higher goes first.
16.
19.
Okay, Vera first.
Alright, I want to turn into something that
Well, not
can
yet.
swim.
Oh,
Not
sorry.
yet.
No, Vera goes before Kali. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay.
No,
You were looking up your stats. Don't worry about it. You're trying to make sure the child doesn't die. Okay. So, Sarabi, you're first. You literally watch Noemi go, oh, this is nice. What?
RNT.
We know what
Yeah,
you
sorry.
meant.
Yeah. You watch Arianti go charging up the bridge. Wow, this is cool! Whoosh! Right into the water below.
Okay.
The minute she hits the water, she goes underneath it. You realize that as placid and calm as this river had looked, it's got a really, really fast current. Hence, bridge.
Okay, what's the direction the river flows?
It looks like it's
so the river-
going left.
Yeah. So the river is moving this way.
Yeah, no, right.
Yeah.
It's going right.
Well,
It's the way the water trails off
I
behind
can
the rock.
see.
It's the way, because of the way it bushels around the rocks. Yeah,
I see. Okay.
because it creates turbulence.
Here, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Talking is Ria, so I'm gonna say, why am I no surprised? 30. Yeah, okay.
Oh, no, you're underwater. You can see her shape, but she has not come back up to the surface. You can't do that until your turn because you have to fight the current to get up again. So she's underwater.
Okay, she's gonna run here. I don't think there's anything I can actually do.
You could hold your action.
Throw your rope out to her. Where you think
That
she's
too.
gonna be?
I have a rope, yes, but what am I going? Maybe I was thinking maybe to shoot it, so there is a rope in this direction that the child can grab. But she's under the water. She's not going to be able to grab the rope.
Oh yeah, but she's not actually there. She's here. This is where she fell in. So she's right by the bridge still. Just so you guys know, that's actually where she is currently. She won't get to. She won't start moving until the end of the round. That's when the river's action is. It for shoving people.
So can I like tie a rope to an arrow and shoot it like this?
You have two. You get 2 attack actions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mhm.
so it's going to take 1 attack action to tie the rope, and the second attack action will be to fire the arrow.
Yeah, it's just to get an arrow over the river that anybody can grab, not only the child, because I'm guessing somebody's going to jump after
Yeah,
the child.
probably. That's fair. That's a fair assumption. Make an attack roll.
Let's lay the what?
Make an attack roll. You have to roll to hit the tree because you have to kind of aim because you have the you hit. What the fuck am I talking about? Yes, you hit.
Okay.
But yeah, it's because of the extra weight on the arrow because of the rope. So you would have to make an attack roll. Normally, hitting a tree is not hard for you. It just would have been a challenging roll. But yes, you managed. You've hit it. You are fairly sure that you've tied the rope tight enough, but you've pinned the arrow to the tree.
Okay,
But you have
let
the
me
other
just
end.
grab the like this.
Yeah, perfect. There's a rope there. You're
Just
holding
lay
it.
the ground. Your turn, people.
Okay. Pill.
I'm gonna cast Levitate on Orienti.
Come on, you! Of course, never let me be the hero.
Does it say you have to have line of sight
One creature
that you can see
Can't
within
see
range? Okay, you have to get closer. You can't
Okay.
see her because she's under the water. You would have to get up on the bridge before you could see her.
We're on the
so
edge
like
of the
here,
thing.
You have to be on the bridge.
like here.
Yep.
Okay.
Make a deck save.
Okay. Just gotta
Let's
find my
see him
deck.
fall right in.
Did we write down the order?
Yeah, I did. I have it written down.
Oh, okay.
Looking for my dex bonus.
Yeah, so it's a dexterity save too. So if you get any extra bonuses for it being a saving throw, you get those as well.
Please don't fall.
Okay. No, I rolled a 15.
Yeah. Okay. No. You slip a little bit, but you like catch yourself. There's no railing, by the way, on this bridge. It's just stone up and stone down. If there had been railing, you guys wouldn't have had this issue, but there's no railing. So, yeah, Pill, you kind of slip a little bit on the wet cobblestone, but you're okay. You look down at the water, and you can see Ariete sort of splashing.
Yeah, I cast levitate and lift her out of the water.
Okay, you lift her out of the water. She's now floating. You're no longer sopping wet. We're gonna stay in initiative. We're gonna stay in initiative round in case you fall in.
Okay.
All right, so Ariete, you're sopping wet and currently being held upside down because he just grabbed you and pulled straight up. So.
I guess she just kind of dangles there, like, what just happened?
You fell. You almost drowned. That's what happened.
You didn't pay attention. That's what
Whoops!
happened.
Are you alright?
Can't be more
what?
careful.
You know what? I had enough of this.
Okay, can you put me down now,
Wait,
please?
He can't. He can't move you left or right. Someone has
Yeah,
to go
sure.
grab
You want to
her.
end up right in the water again?
Yeah, someone has to come get her and
Someone
pull
has
her
to
back
go
in.
grab her.
Push her over.
But
Okay,
we're
who's next on the initiative?
Vero.
Next on the initiative is Noemi.
No, Noemi. Sorry.
Okay, then
Yeah.
she's going over like here to pull the child in.
Okay,
Next save.
dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Where is my dice?
How wide is this bridge?
14 plus
Three
6, 20.
squares across. 20? Oh yeah, no, you're fine.
It's like 40 feet.
It's like 40 feet long.
Yeah, so she pulls her back in. Like, be more careful.
Okay, yeah, you managed to pull her back in, so she's no longer dangling, so you can set her down, Pill.
Yep, Pill does.
Okay, perfect. Vero.
Alright, now that Ariante is safe, he says, should I maybe, as a precaution, take the form of a black bear and swim around the edge of just as a precaution? A question to the party.
That's up to you.
Is there like no sides to the bridge?
Yeah.
No, there's no railing. It's just up and down. It's just straight stone.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not safe.
Black bears can swim, right?
I
Yeah.
believe so. We should look on the monster list.
It doesn't say.
It doesn't
Black
say.
bear,
I could be giant seahorse or an octopus or an
black bears
alligator.
literally.
Oh, this is
swim.
the
I don't know
most
about E. 5e.
interesting battle: a bridge and a river.
You.
It just.
You weren't.
No, it doesn't say. It just says keen smell has adventure and wisdom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unless,
they think combat, not
unless it has.
practical.
Yeah, unless it has a swim speed, it can't. It doesn't get like a specific bonus. So you're looking for something that has a swim speed, like the giant octopus. It definitely has a swim speed.
Oh, it's just an octopus.
Oh,
But
just an octopus.
yeah, but I guess I'm gonna turn into an octopus and swim on the edge of just in case somebody else.
That's fresh water. You're gonna die.
Can we like
Druid,
just cross
and then
the bridge?
Druid turned into the octopus, and everything went south.
Okay.
No, okay. So yeah, you can totally turn into an octopus and get in the water if you want to, or get in the water and then turn into an octopus. It's your choice.
Yeah, I will do that. I will get into the water and then turn into an octopus.
Dude, Phil doesn't have super hearing. She's like mumbling. Sorry.
I thought.
Oh, look
So,
at
yeah.
you. Magic.
Yes, now an octopus swimming on the edge of the bridge,
Fantastic.
just
All right.
floating around.
Yeah. You have a swim speed, so I mean, yeah, you don't really have to make rolls for that. You can swim through the water just fine. Even with it speeding, you know what you're doing. Having taken an octopusy form, you know kind of what you're doing and how to move around in the water.
I will hover on the edge until everybody's over the
Okay.
thing.
You move yourself into the water wherever you want.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hover on the edge.
Okay. You guys kind of watched your druid go, so I'm gonna be an octopus, and then Vera just puts his left foot into the water, and then becomes an octopus and just like swims into the river, and he disappears. He disappears from the sight. But you guys all watch as suddenly your druid goes from elf to half squid person to squid in like one of those Animorph style transformations.
I have a question. What happens to Nelly?
Can he be like this?
That's a great question.
Good
Yeah,
question.
what's Nelly? I don't think she can transform into the octopus. Does he just leave her behind?
You just give her to them.
It's the problem.
Did she skitter
Does
across the bridge?
anything you have on you take fun
So,
with you, or how does it
The
work?
way I had always described it was that the clothes and everything you're carrying as a druid become part of your form. I never considered it with a living organism.
Can
Nelly swim?
If that's the case, can I maybe command Nelly to go to Sarabi, maybe? Because
Sure.
I've been trying to... Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we'll say that, because... Sorry, I'm reading you guys yelling at each other. But yeah, sure, you can order Nelly, because I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna say that you accidentally killed Nelly like this, because that's not fair. But I also don't want to give you the ability to keep Nelly in your pockets when you shapeshift, because you guys will abuse the shit out of that.
Yeah, I will just tell Nelly to go to Sarabi. There's a small moment in front of you.
Okay, yep. So, there you go. You now have a small marmot. You now have Nelly, Sarabi. And there's an octopus in the water, so that was Vero's turn. Next is Kali.
At least
I have a
Nelly
question.
can use the rope.
Yeah, what's up?
If you were to say Dimension Door were holding onto a rope, would the rope like
It
go
cut the
with
rope.
you? It cut it. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, if you pull a rope through the dimension door, the dimension door doesn't stay open long enough. It would cut
I
the rope
figured.
when the
Okay.
dimension door closed.
All right.
Yeah.
Because Callie's concerned about Rose and Sarabi walking across. She knows Bill can do his fucking teleport bullshit, and so can our auntie. But she the last time those were the two that fell down the mountain.
Yep.
So she's gonna take her rope and she's gonna try to toss one end of it to Noemi, and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna be the anchor on this side. I know you're Miss Flashy. I can do acrobatics bullshit. Can you take it to the other side? We're gonna tie it on something. That way they have a guide to hold on to help them across the bridge."
Alright.
And she's supposed to secure the rope like around her arm or whatever, so they can keep it tight and they can hold onto the rope and pull themselves across easier.
Can
Okay.
she move now, or...
On your turn, probably.
Yeah.
Well, no, Kali, you have the ability to tell people to move when you
I
attack,
do.
right?
Yeah.
Yes,
I can
technically,
move your
yes.
ass.
Yes, you can tell her to dart across the bridge.
Okay, how
Yeah.
far is that?
How far can she move? Is it her
25.
full movement?
30, but if she dashes, but she's not gonna dash on this bridge.
Well, no.
So-
For your ability, Kali, is it just they get to take a full movement action, or
I think
do you
it's
use it
the
like
full
a certain?
movement.
Okay, then yes, you can move full 25.
I don't have it in my notebook.
Okay, so that she's moving like here. This is 30.
Okay. No, because it was forced, quote unquote, it was forced
Is it
movement. Yeah, it's technically forced movement because you ordered her to move and she has to kind of obey.
Okay, so
So you don't have to make a dex save for it. You don't have to make dex saves on forced
Okay.
movement. It's mean and cruel. Rose, your turn.
You're just scary.
Callie's bossy. I'm sorry.
yeah, Emmy's just like waves a hand at her and it goes. She's like, fine.
Pharaoh.
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 Pharaoh?
Oh yeah, hi. Sorry,
Hi.
I wanted to not have coughing on the recording, and so
Oh.
I forgot that it was turned off.
That's fair.
So I'm gonna. Well. So instead of having to deal with the goo on the bridge, I'm just gonna cast Blink.
Oh, that's right. You can blink.
Holy shit! Yeah, okay. You cast Blink, so you teleport into a separate dimension, right?
Yeah.
It's Which dimension do you move into again? What's the
ethereal
plane?
It's
Yes, awesome. Okay, you move into the ethereal plane. Neat. How? And it's just your full movement, right?
yeah, I'm gonna use my full movement.
Okay.
So that's 30.
The bridge, by the way, is not slimy in the ethereal plane.
I
You're
thought
good.
as much.
Yeah.
So that's 25. So it would be here.
Which we should probably move forward first and then blink.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, it's an action anyway.
Well, no. If you blink, if you move to blink and near the beginning of the bridge, and then take your movement, then you can get halfway across the bridge in one blink.
Oh, you're right. All right.
Yeah.
So,
That's what, and I will let you have done that. That's fine.
okay, so where?
Halfway in the bridge, Beth said.
So like here-ish?
Yeah, right about there.
Okay, cool.
Perfect. What else
at
did you want to do?
Well, no, it says roll a d20 at the end of each of your turns for the duration of the spell. And
Oh,
if I
yeah.
roll an 11 or higher, I vanish from the current plane of existence.
Awesome.
And it's not 11 or higher, so I'm still in the material plane as soon as I finish with blink.
Okay. So, yeah, so you blink back into the material plane.
Yeah.
While you are moving across the bridge, we're gonna jump into the other chat
Oh, shit.
because
Oh,
nobody
shit.
else sees it.
I see dead people.
Hey, girl. Aw, the little cute octopus.
It's the one of the video. I want,
Yeah,
I
it's
want
the
Bureau
cuddle.
to turn
I
into
think it was
something
like,
that.
they actually call it like Octopi Durabilis or something like that. Is the name for that octopus?
Let me check.
Like the scientific name for it.
Nautilus. No, Nautilus is the ship.
Cute octopus scientific name.
This
There
one.
it is. It is. Yeah, Adorabilis. They wanted to name it Adorabilis.
So cute. It's so cute.
It is adorable. It's amazing.
Okay.
So that's Rose's turn. Rose, you blink back into existence. Katie,
Yes.
it is now Ariante's turn.
Okay, so she doesn't see the thing Rose sees, so she's
Nope.
just gonna try to go back here. Well, back to where she is to go over where Sarabi and Pietrus try and help them over.
No,
yourself.
I don't need help. I'll move.
Well, she's going to anyway, so I guess 25 feet.
So
If
you're
you
moving
come
backwards.
here and I push you inside the river again.
If you push her out,
She's going to Dimension Door Pietro across with her.
She's really mad because she keeps seeing all these people turning into octopuses and floating and blinking, and she's so jealous. Just so jealous that she's just so peaceful.
At
Okay.
some point, Sarabi can,
since-
can turn into an octopus.
Since Kali and Noemi have a rope, you can kind of use the rope to kind of pull yourself across. You won't have to make a check to get off the bridge.
Okay. So I guess I can get... Can I go through right here? I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say that you're kind of hopping down onto the grass.
5, 10, 15, 20. There I am.
Okay. There you are, you're along the dock.
Come
Sarabi,
here, Pietro.
is Petra going to go over to him? Go over to her?
Sorry, just angrily tugs on the rope to disengage it from the other side. Because
Can
it's
I-
only a...
Yeah, you can start to kind of just wind back the rope up.
Okay.
Get
I'd
it
ask
back if you can take Nelly with you, but that would be 3 people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you unties the rope around Arienti,
What? Why?
she ties Arienti around the waist, and then ties and then holds the other string. You need a leash.
Wait. I can't have this on me. I won't be able to teleport.
I don't care. You need a leash. You stop doing that. Come on. And she tugs at the rope and to move there.
Alright, so she's pulling you along because she now has a child leash. Okay, so, Arianti, on your turn, you can try to get out of it, but you were so willing, you just, like, ran right up to her. I'm gonna say that your absolute adoration for Sarabi, she's like, hold out your arms, and you're like, okay! And she ties it around you, and you're like, what is this?
I was gonna mention to her Pietro, not Sarabi. Because I can't take.
She doesn't trust Arienti to not fall to her death again. She's just going to put a leash on her like she was a pup and just wrap
Were
her
you
around.
worried about me?
Shut up and move!
Okay. Bill, it's your turn. There is a rope now, so you can get pretty much. You can pretty much, as long as Kali and Noemi are there, you guys can cross the bridge without being hampered, because they have a rope. So you guys have a guide that you guys can walk slowly enough with the rope guide that you won't slip off into the water.
Okay, I just get across.
Okay, Bill just walks across.
Yep.
Alright, Noemi, I'm assuming you're just gonna stay there and keep holding the rope?
Yeah, she's gonna back up a step back so she's on the other side. But other than that, she's still holding the rope, making sure it's there because she doesn't want anyone to fall in because she thought about like jumping in after Arianti, even though she doesn't know how to
can't
swim.
swim. Yeah.
Aww.
No. Yeah, so she's just trying to make sure nobody falls in, so she doesn't actually have to do that.
Yep. Vero, you're an octopus.
I am.
It's your turn.
I'm just gonna stay there if maybe someone falls into the lake.
Okay.
I can grapple people.
Grapple people on out.
You really just want to put people in tentacles, don't you? We've now found the druid happy.
Oh no!
No, I'm giving you a hard time. I promise.
Holy shit! That was not what I meant.
Sorry, that was mean of me. I just
save people.
it was just so open and available. And there's a spell that is Haybard's black tentacles. I just couldn't. I couldn't resist. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm not picking on you. It was a good decision. Alright, so you hang out in the water, you hold your action essentially.
Yeah.
To make sure that if anybody else falls in. Okay, Kelly. I'm assuming you're staying there. Oh.
Sorry, I forgot I muted myself because I walked by the playpen and there's loud child music playing.
So I'm assuming Kali's staying there and just holding onto the rope. Okay. Rose.
Looking a little annoyed.
Sorry, I'm trying to look up Blink again.
You can blink back out of existence now.
Yeah. I mean, the rope's there, but...
The rope is there. But you also saw what you saw previously, so if you want to experiment with it, you can. You have cast the spell already. Does that make sense?
Yeah?
Yeah. So like if you want to try to learn more about that situation, if you want to go back into the ethereal plane, you can. It's up to you.
Alright. Yeah, she goes back into the ethereal plane.
Okay. We'll jump into the other chat, and you tell me what you want to try to do with it, and then you'll make your roll. Actually, make your d20 roll now to see whether you stay in the prime material plane or the ethereal plane or not.
It's 11, so yes. I stay in the ethereal plane.
So that means until the beginning of your next turn, you will stay in the ethereal plane. So Rose just vanishes. Okay, we'll jump into the other chat and figure out what you do for your turn.
Yeah, that happens.
All right, perfect.
It's just randomly disappear. It's fine.
God, Emmy just sees Rose like disappear again and is immediately like, the rope was right there. Why?
It's like, yeah, all these magic people.
Yeah. I was like,
There was
magic
no
users,
point
man.
on that.
Powers.
Mm-hmm.
Show off!
Magic user's gotta be flashy.
God damn it!
Arianti, while you're standing there, you're kind of like, you're still flabbergasted that there's a thing around your waist. Something touches your cheek.
Oh my god!
Creepy! I'm creep out! I'm so creep out! Let's run for it. Okay, that's no. I'm scared.
So, something touched your cheek. What do?
I go, ah! What is that?
Don't touch the child!
What the fuck?
I look to see what touched me.
Why
you
are
look
we
around,
yelling?
there's nothing there. You have no idea what happened.
What? Maybe I still have some river water on my face.
Maybe it's the water.
Maybe the river water's in my eyes.
Maybe it's my wet ponytail. That's probably what hit me.
Bad touch! Bad touch!
Here, 2 seconds. I'm writing a message to somebody.
Okay.
Why are you? This is after Soul's message. Like, it turns into a hint and bad touch. Bad touch.
Oh, that's so bad out of context. We should have like a quotes channel. That'd be amazing. And then we just paste like
Could also
cat stuff in
submit
there
it
or
to
stuff
fucking
that we've
things
said.
my players say.
Oh.
No, but
Druid-
seriously, I
Druid-
dropped the line at invisible things touching you. That's just too creepy. I don't like it.
Bad touch.
Bring the tentacles every day. Not that.
Okay. So Rose, because you made the roll, you're still invisible, even though it's the end of your turn. You won't reappear until the beginning of your next turn.
Gotcha.
Okay. So that's the end of Rose's turn. Arianti, something touched your face.
What did it feel like? Slimy?
Just like being poked.
Rude.
Was it my left cheek or my right cheek? Because if it's my right cheek, I was like, Robbie, did you poke me? If it was my left cheek, I would have been like,
It would have been your right cheek.
my right cheek. Okay, so Sarabi. Sarabi, did you poke me?
Kid, if I had poked you, you will be in the ground.
Wait, but I could have sworn something just touched my cheek.
I don't know. Actually, Wizard, he does that kind of weird things with magic.
You could ask Pietro. Maybe he poked you with
Wizard,
his
are
nose.
you touching the child?
Oh yeah, he could, because I'm shorter than
From across a
Pietro.
fucking
That's what I'm
bridge?
saying. It could have been Pietro.
Pietro could
Are you a brainlet?
I don't know. You like weird things like that.
You guys are 40 feet. You guys are standing 40 feet apart from each other. but IMT, if you wanted to do anything, now is the time. If you want to try to just dimension door, you totally could.
So is Sarabi holding Nelly?
Yes.
Okay, so I kind of just lean over and touch Pietro on the shoulder, and then Lugris me and him over.
Okay, perfect. So you guys teleport. So you can teleport both of you guys. You move across the bridge. I think you guys can, because you guys can get hella far with Dimension Door. The rope immediately gets cut in half. It's severed. Your leash on the child is gone.
You're in so much trouble, young lady.
I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I need 2 seconds because I have to write something else down. So just give me a second, and then the next person's turn is... Actually, Sarabi, go ahead and take your action while I'm typing a thing.
She can't do what she wants to do because she's too far away from the child.
You can cross the bridge so we can go.
You know, so we can let go of this rope.
There is a rope tied to Kali, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Callie
So
and
she-
Noemi both have ropes.
So
they-
she
they-
can
they-
like keep a hand on the rope while she crosses, so she doesn't
Yeah.
need to. Okay, so we 30, another 30 like here.
Yeah. Just past Noemi.
You so owe me a rope!
Relax, Sarabi. The next town will get you a new rope.
Yeah, okay,
Sorry.
but she doesn't pay for it.
I didn't know it was gonna cut the rope. I thought it was just gonna not come with me.
I don't believe you. You magic type, so I didn't know I will explode that house, but you always do.
Sounds like a
I've never
memory.
made a house explode.
Sounds like a
Have
memory
you?
from the family.
You magic people are the same. It's just blinking and exploding things and turning into octopuses.
I'm
By
sorry.
the way, she's still super jealous.
So wait, did Rose make it across?
You don't know. She's not there.
Yeah, you don't know yet.
All right, she disappeared. I forgot.
Yeah, but because Sarabi power walked, that's why she got there so fast.
Okay. So Sarabi pulls herself across, yells at her pill. I'm assuming that you don't have much else to do besides yell at Sarabi for accusing you of poking the child from across the bridge.
I mean, I already called her a brainlet, so I got what I...
That's fair.
Huh.
I didn't even see the cuttlefish. I really hope that's like
It's so cute.
the tiny elephant cuttlefish.
That's octopus hero. That's how he looks.
Okay, so cute. Durability.
Okay. Noemi, I'm assuming you're standing there still.
Yeah, so Noemi's gonna yell to Callie, what do we do? Rose just up and disappeared.
I don't fucking know.
Do we
You
stay
can
here?
She's a strong, independent woman. She will find her way back.
I mean, she disappeared and reappeared in front of me a little bit ago. Maybe she'll reappear by you?
Maybe?
Oh.
I feel like they're gonna hold their actions for like a second.
So you guys are gonna hold your actions.
Just in case Rose reappears in the middle of the bridge or whatever.
Okay. I'm assuming then Vero's gonna hold their action, hold his action again, or did you want to climb out?
No, I'm holding my action too.
Okay. Holly's holding her action. Rose, you reappear briefly.
Okay, and
Then, so you reappear at the beginning of your turn, and then
Yeah.
we'll blink back out again. So you are there for a second in the middle of the bridge, and then you disappear again to take your movement.
so it's like 6 seconds ago. It was like I appeared and then disappeared, and so I appeared again and then disappeared again.
Yep.
All right, so
It's the best kind of magic trick.
think
It's the
Rose
one
is
where the
having a
hell is
hard-
the cleric?
Rose having a hard time staying connected to reality.
We gotta get like an Avandra necklace or something. And be like, Rose, Avandra.
I can draw a Vondra porn. That works.
You got your,
Oh,
you got the good stuff. Rose.
all right, so Rose just walks across the bridge.
Okay.
Do you appear right next to Noemi?
Oh, so yeah, that's the question. Do you want to
Did
keep
you-
the spell going? Do you want to try to stay in the in the ethereal plane for longer, or do you? Yeah, so it's up to you.
I think that after she gets next to Noemi, she stops the spell.
Okay, so she just
Okay, so-
reappears.
Holy shit!
I know.
Hey, there's our
He
cleric.
nearly falls over.
Oops, that was
Patrick
the
shakes oh my god, stop.
Good job. You managed to give your rogue a heart attack.
By the way, whenever Rose disappeared in and out, it was just a subtle. It was just like a pop sound, just a pop, and then she vanished.
That's
So
so
she,
fitting.
so she appears back in with just a calm kind of like bubblegum pop.
And she kind of looks over at Ariete and just kind of stares at her a moment before she goes over to Noemi, before she apologizes. I'm sorry, it was a new trick. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm sorry, what? What are you talking about?
a rogue.
She was kind of staring at you a second before she started talking to
To Noemi.
Noemi.
Yeah.
So it's Callie's turn.
Because since everyone's across, she's got to move across, but the rope's not going to work for her. Because she was the other end
You
of
can
it.
hold on to it. It probably will help keep you from falling into the river. But yeah. And if you
I mean,
walk
if all of us work together to hold on to it.
just in case, so she doesn't go like flying,
Let's
like
say, yeah, she's like
going
300
away.
pounds.
She's heavy,
Yeah.
so we'd have to all be holding on to.
I can cast fly and she can fly over.
That's a good idea.
Don't want to fly.
Don't.
Don't you need to touch people to do that?
Can we just like
do I?
hold the
Is
rope
it a touch spell?
and just help him?
I'm not sure. Let me
Hold on, look up for fly.
while you guys are doing that, yes, you guys can all just kind of hold on to the rope while Callie moves across. I'd say that would be valid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to touch a willing creature.
Callie would have to want to fly, and you'd have to be over there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I just imagine like all of us on this side. Emmy's just like, I'll hold the rope because if she falls in, we're all going flying.
30, and then.
Sorry, it's the chat. It's making me giggle. Go ahead and make a dex. Because you guys are all holding the rope, so it'll help keep you. But you do need to make one dex check or dex save.
I do?
Yes.
This one.
Okay.
We'll put the rope.
Though the DC's lower because you have the rope.
But where's my dex? Okay. Do 15.
Yeah, you're fine.
And then, yep.
So yeah, you can get the rest of the way across. And then I'm assuming Vero
Yeah, he swims across.
climbs out like an octopus.
He turns. He kind of just climbs out when like he can stand. Like he turns into human when the water's shallow enough, and then he just kind of climbs out and.
I'm literally, for the record, the way I imagine this is that Vero walked into the water, and like as he stepped into the water, he started to shift, and as he steps out of the water, he is shifting out. So it really looked like he just walked, became an octopus, climbed across the bottom of the water, and then walked out. Like there was no change. Like he just walked through the water. But that's awesome.
This reminds me of something. Here. Wait. This reminds me of this.
The,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Any
he's
more
a kid,
squiddling?
he's a squid.
Yeah, a little bit. But yes. So you guys managed. So you guys got across the bridge. You guys are all fine. In a little bit, you guys will probably have to make camp. But yeah. So, is there anything else you guys wanted to do before you make camp?
I want to know what Rose saw.
Hey, Arianti.
hey,
You
Emmy
don't,
wants to
yes,
scold
you don't know if
Arianti.
you saw anything, but also, stop running ahead.
You gotta be more careful.
Pay attention where you're going.
How much of the rope is left?
So you only lost probably like 2 feet.
Okay, she's gonna take the what's left of the rope and tie it to Pietro's collar.
So it's a leash.
Yeah, they are leashing each other.
It's a codependent
Pietro,
leash.
Pietro's carrying Ariente on a leash.
Oh, so you've looped
them
one half
together.
around Arianti, and the other is through.
Yeah, the other two.
That's fantastic. That is amazing. So you have now looped them together like prisoners. I love it.
We're just gonna go to Sorabi. May I have Nelly back on until you put her on a leash too?
Hey, she doesn't deserve to be on a leash. She's been a good girl, unlike somebody.
That's very true.
Hey.
Kid,
You're 20
if you want to be an adventurer, you have to be a little more cautious.
I would have been fine. I could have got
That's not
myself
the
out.
point. That's not the point. And you know it.
Be
Jeez.
just careful, alright?
What if there had been a monster
Very
there
adorable.
or something?
Also, know you are tied to Pietro, so if you fall from the bridge, he falls from the bridge. So try not to fall.
Don't. Just try not to.
We've already passed the bridge.
Well, you don't know if we'll come across another.
The map doesn't show us another one.
Well, sometimes maps aren't accurate.
You're still keeping the leash because you can be thrust along.
Look at it like a metaphor. If you run into danger, he gets put in it too.
Oh my god, it's so hard to be a responsible adult.
Make it the dog's problem. That's your answer for responsible adulting. I love it.
I look at I look at Pietro, and he looks at me, and we both kind of like dash. I go to the right, and he goes to the left of Sarabi and tries to trip her.
We're gonna clothesline
You try
Sarabi.
You try to make me trip.
You're gonna clothesline Sarabi from the back of the knee.
Yes.
Okay, I'm assuming there's some jump roping tactics that occur from here on until you guys make camp. I'm assuming there's also some, once Petro gets invested in this situation because it's amusing, you guys begin to circle her and try to, like, tie her up.
Yes.
Okay, that's enough. Okay, she grabs Arienti again under her arm. This is becoming a tradition. You stop and tugs from the rope on Pietro's collar. I just try to go around dragging Pietro and holding Arienti under her arm. Cali, help! Help!
I'm being attacked.
They're tied together. I can't do anything. You're the one that gave them this advantage.
I still have the other half of the
I can get you out with magic.
rope, right?
Yeah, I mean, so you have the 2 foot. So what I'm assuming is the 2 foot section is still tied around. Tied around Arienti, and then you just looped the rope back through, tied another knot onto it, and then tied the other end of the knot to Pietro. Or did you want to make it a shorter length?
No, it's perfect like that.
Yep. So,
okay, so anybody can grab the rope and just dog walk both of them.
Yep. Alright, so you guys have some rope-based shenanigans as you guys finally pick a new location for camp. So,
once Callie gets tired of Sarabi yelling, she'll take the rope for a while.
Okay. Cali will with dog walking Arienti and Pietro.
Yes.
Okay. So we rolling for camp again?
Beth?
Hello? Beth?
I'm pretty sure
no,
our connection just fizzled out.
Beth. Beth's typing. I'm here.
It's probably a connection thing, I think.
Or
I'm
couldn't
not
mute
sure.
herself for some reason.
You might cut out. Uh-oh. Mic issues. But yeah. Emmy, when she was scolding Arienti, looked actually... like, it came across. Like, there's no hiding it this time.
Hiding what?
Like, how concerned she was for her.
Word.
Most of the time, like, Emmy will put on, like, a face for it. You know, it's like, she'll act like the big tough girl, you know? But she visibly looked concerned.
Aw, maybe Auntie probably said, "I'm sorry." I'll try to be more careful. A little bit.
can you hear me?
Tell her later.
Yes.
Ha-ha! Okay. Yes, you guys are rolling for camp.
And I think,
Okay.
can I say that we don't do it to be mean, we just want to keep you safe. So,
We
Yeah,
yell
so
at
it's not-
we yell at each other too, the exact same shit. You should have heard the stuff we were yelling at them in the fucking dungeon, especially at
very
Robbie.
true. Very true.
Yeah, but Emmy's purposely walking ahead because she doesn't want people seeing her face now.
Wait,
So 6
do you
is what I
even know
rolled.
where we are going? Let me go first.
That's what I rolled.
All right. Oh yeah. With
People
the
who
how
know
well you
they're
guys are
going go
rolling.
first.
Oh no!
Yeah, you
go.
guys.
Also,
You
these
go
dice
back
are
to-
about to go in the dice jail.
Yeah. You guys have 3 high enough rolls. You guys definitely find a nice, comfortable place to sleep. Again, it's still out in the open plains, but you guys are now starting to head swamp adjacent. So you guys aren't in the swamp, but you guys are next to the swamp. So Sorry, I was about to sneeze. 2 seconds. I'm not sure if I'm gonna sneeze or not. Okay, it passed. So yeah, so you guys are starting to near the swamp. So your grasslands are going to be vaguely marshy. It means you guys can kind of run into places that might be marshy. So from here on out, there's a potential for more mosquitoes and or bugs.
Okay, is it humid now?
It's still not humid. It's still fall, so a lot of the moisture isn't collecting in the air. It just means that the ground is damper. So, like,
Okay.
when you guys
So it's,
sleep,
like,
it's going to
squishy.
be kind of squishier. Yeah.
Okay.
Not again.
Not everywhere. Not everywhere is squishy. You
reason
guys
I
just might
keep
end up
asking-
in muddy patches.
Yeah, the reason I keep asking is like when it's humid, Emmy's hair gets like even fluffier and wilder than it is.
Yeah, if you guys
Yeah.
were here in the summer, yes, it would be very, very humid. But since it's fall, for the most part, the humidity isn't too bad.
Okay.
Yeah. If we have to fight giant mosquitoes, I'm out. I should have thought of that. Actually, that would have been a great one. But no, you don't. You aren't gonna fight giant mosquitoes today.
Yay!
Today.
No, it's such a great plot point. You know what? You don't like mosquitoes. You know what's worse? Giant mosquitoes. It's like, here's a spider. What's worse than a spider? A giant spider.
But at least spiders don't suck your blood.
True.
Yeah.
Capture you.
Unless they capture you, then you were shit out of luck.
I would honestly rather take vampires.
Mood.
Okay.
Things
But
are
yeah,
annoying.
But you guys found a fairly dry place to set up tents. You're gonna have to deal with the sort of the fog again in the morning, but again with prestidigitation, it's not too big of a deal. Same sleep. What's up?
I'm sorry, I just want to do the investigation on my ring again.
Yep,
fail.
go ahead.
I'm probably gonna fail again. I
You
suck
don't know that.
Watch it. Watch me get a 7.
15. All right. Something you never really paid attention much to. Along the inside of the ring, there's an engraving.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea what it says. You don't even recognize the language. You're not even sure if it is a language. It could just be chicken scratch. Like, someone just kind of carved into the ring in these sharp, kind of jagged-looking lines. You can't quite tell what it says or what it's making out, but you do know that there's sort of lines cut into the inside of the ring. It's smooth, like someone sanded it out, but the jagged lines are still there.
It could be a language. You could show it to several people in this party and they could recognize if it is.
Yeah, I would probably show it. Probably go to Vero.
Alright.
Vera first. I've seen this. We have to throw it into a volcano.
No, that's
okay,
if she
so-
sees words after she throws the ring into a fire.
Yeah, then one needs to go into a volcano. And I won't make you guys walk to Mordor. I'll let you fly the eagles in.
We just gotta find the giant eagles and go all the way. And then out.
Down.
Okay.
We have Zero. He can find them.
So you go up, you take the ring up to Vero. You just point out the language. I'm assuming this is where you have made camp, and you are. This is during. Yeah. So this is where you guys are making camp. Okay.
Yes. So I go up to him and point it out. Like, I know these. What was it called? An inscription on my ring. Do you know what this says?
I'll take a look. Beth, I know Celestial, Common, Druidic, Dwarvish, and Elvish.
Wow. Make a perception check. Yeah, I know. Vero is well read.
A perception check, huh?
Yeah, perception check.
Bill has a comprehend language, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but she doesn't like pills. Although he's seen her.
15. You realize that it's not specifically an inscription. It looks like it was an inscription that someone cut out. Like, it did say something at one point in time, and the inside of the inscription has been carved out. Like, whatever was written there has been marred. And then someone smoothed the ring out again, so that way you won't feel it while you're wearing it. So whatever's there has been totally obliterated. You have no idea what it at one point did say.
Aw, our ring's been tampered with.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Arianti. Who would do such a thing?
You got effective ring.
Oh, was it always like this though? Like I didn't
Uh,
notice it before.
It was never something that you particularly noticed. You didn't really play with the ring too much once they gave it to you. But thinking back on it, yeah, you've seen this inscription before. The jagged scratched out one. It's always been scratched out since you got it.
They gave me a fake one because I was a kid, I guess.
No, could be something else.
Or it was someone
No,
else's with their name in it and something happened to
They
them.
gave you the used one. Those cheap bastards.
Second
Well,
hand.
So it was a inscription that someone carved out.
Yeah. So when you got it, the inscription had already been scratched out.
Well, I guess there's not really much I can. Can I? Is there a way to like? Someone can insight to figure out what kind of inscription was there.
No, it's been too heavily marred. If you could figure out there is some. It's not mending, but there's another one that you can use if you use a specific. There's like a mending. There are mending objects that you can use that you might be able to do it that with. You can't just use the spell mending because you have to have all the pieces. But there are other rituals that let you restore things. If you try one of those, you might be able to restore it.
Like Greater Restoration, I've been planning to get that.
Greater Restoration works for people?
Yeah.
Can we say living creatures?
Yeah, is it just for living creatures?
I'm checking. Yeah, it's creatures.
Creatures, okay, then yes. No, you can't use it.
Well, I don't know any spell.
Like, what
there-
spell would be for that though?
I'd have to double check, but there is
Okay.
one.
That'd be a
yeah.
later thing.
Yeah, it's a higher level spell. Like, this is not something you guys could do right now. Yeah. But I know there is one that you can use that would allow you to restore objects.
Would you let me know what the spell's called? So I can figure
When
out-
I Google it, I will. I'll tell you. I have to look it up. But while you guys are finishing up, getting your campsite all set up and etc. But yeah, so it's starting to get colder. By the way, now that you're in the marshier area, the nights are getting really cold.
Yeah,
Ariantes.
Rose, after everything's set up, she goes over to Pill and is like, "Hey, can I talk to you for a minute alone?"
By the way, the spell is called Restore.
Thank you. I knew there was one.
Have to figure out who can do this for me.
So it's Pill and Rose want to talk, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would Vero know to tell me, like, oh, you can someone who knows restore and they can fix it for something? Or would I have to
No,
figure
it
that
would be something you're gonna have to figure that one out a little bit on your own.
Okay.
Cause it's not something any of you guys I think have access to the spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Rose wants to talk to you.
So
okay. So she takes Pill over to the side, and she puts her hands together. So, have you ever? I don't know if you have access to the spell Blink, or if you have access to the ethereal plane at all.
I don't.
Okay. Well, so, but you know that things in the ethereal plane don't look the same as if they're in the material plane, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're in, well, like, oh,
I
for
do.
example, if I was to say go into the ethereal plane, I would look in color while everything else was black and white and gray.
Okay.
I found out that Ariente is also in color in the ethereal plane.
Okay.
Remember when she freaked out over being poked?
Yeah.
That was me.
Okay.
I can interact with her on the ethereal plane, and that's not supposed to be able to happen.
Might it have something to do with the prophecy sheet that Azila had for her?
I don't know.
Does it have something to do with the tarot card?
I don't know. The other thing is when she used Dimension Door, and I have to figure she was using Dimension Door because she was at one side at one point and then on the other side in the next minute. And when she got to the other side, she was also grayscale for a moment, but then she got this shadow on her and then was full color. And I'm not sure what's up with that. But
You don't know?
I don't know. I just know that apparently she exists both on the material and the ethereal plane.
So are you... So how can someone exist in two places at once?
I don't know. It's not supposed to be able to happen like that.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of anything like that happening? Or...
No, I haven't.
All right, well, please keep it to yourself for now. I want to talk to the others one-on-one about this before I bring it up to Arianti.
I could try to make an Arcana check on her, but...
Sure, go ahead, I guess.
Yeah.
But, again, please just don't tell Arianti until I'm ready. I don't know how she'll handle this.
Yeah. Can I make, like, an Arcana check on Arianti?
Sure. You're gonna need to sit near her to be able to do that, or get close to her. You can't just, like, stare at her from across the room.
Like a creep.
Yeah. Yeah. Arcana checks. So, Arcana check's kind of like an investigation check. So, like, there's a perception check where you can just kind of look at stuff. Arcana checks and investigation checks, you kind of have to, like, manipulate the thing you're investigating. So you're gonna have to go over there and kind of, like, look at her face and move her head around. And so if you want to do it, you're gonna have to figure out a reason why you're doing it, so she's not suspicious.
I knew it.
Oh, speaking of which, Arianti probably wants to thank Pill for saving her. So maybe sometime during the night she will go up to him and thank him. Although she's gonna be like, I just want to say, thanks for saving me. And then she'll leave.
Yeah, you're welcome. Can I... Rose told me something. Can I, like, do a check on you or something?
Wait, what?
You weren't supposed to say anything.
What?
He's the worst at keeping secrets.
No, he's not the worst at keeping secrets. He's the worst at keeping all of your secrets. He keeps his own really well.
Wait, what? A check on me for what?
Well, it's hard to explain because I really don't know.
Eh?
Wait,
in your pill.
Is Rose next to her, or is is Rose
think
next
at
to
that
them?
point in the night she kind of went to do other things because camp stuff.
Yeah. I mean, probably poking the fire or whatever.
Sorry, I flipped over to the plot theories. Just.
No, but in all seriousness, though, like, Rose and I noticed something off about you specifically. We have no idea what it is, and I'm trying to find out right now.
Off how?
I have no clue. I'm trying to find out.
Well, fine, go ahead, but tell me what you find afterward, and what this is all about.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead, make an Arcana check.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, I'm looking where my Arcana bonus is. Okay, it's +6. And I rolled an 18 plus 6 is what, 24? Yeah.
24. Okay. Well, she is magical. She's a bard. She's carrying magical stuff. Her cloak is magical. Her blood is innately magical because she's a gnome. So I mean, that's an inherent thing that they have magic in their blood. She clearly does magic. She knows how magic works. She kind of has that general magic feel, but there's nothing that like jumps out at you that tells you why the hell she could exist on two planes at the same time. That just doesn't. You have no idea how the hell that would work. It is so far out of your realm of expertise. You raise dead things. This is not your field.
You don't get paid enough for this shit.
Yeah. It's like how in comic books someone's a scientist so they know everything. You're like, I don't.
It's like, I don't. I just know
Yes,
about my
you are
specific field.
perfectly normal, except what Rose said.
Pat.
Except what Rose said. Pat.
What did Rose say?
Pill, you were so bad.
Oh my god, Bill is my favorite character! You were incredible!
Why do people keep trusting you with secrets?
What did Rose say about me?
Oriente, like, you talking shit.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
I think the, what do you call it? Like, while they're all doing this, like, Emmy's poking the fire, she's also kind of ignoring Oriente.
Yeah, I'd ask if Vero just notices at this point and can go over and find out what this is all about.
Can I use this time to make Sarah go home?
Oriente just like, you talking shit, Rose?
So what is Sarabi doing?
Hunt for that bird, so I have an excuse to not make her yell at Bill or touch the cat.
yeah, absolutely. She can be out hunting.
Keep going.
Alright, so what did Rose tell you, Pill?
Well, when she was blinking, she saw you glowing,
God.
which you're not supposed to.
Wait, what? Glowing? What does that mean?
I'm still imagining that since Oriente keeps saying this louder and louder,
I was glowing? What does that mean?
Rose
I
just-
don't know. I tried to find out, and I found nothing because this isn't my field.
I don't understand. What?
Neither do I. Welcome to the club.
You're no help at all. I'm gonna go ask Rose.
why would you
Hey, Rose. Rose, Pill tells me that you blink and I'm glowing. What does that mean?
Bill told me you were talking shit.
I might have to, we have to call this one tits up.
Oh,
Never
my God.
trust a wizard.
Rose just straight up glares over at Pill like you weren't supposed to tell her.
Listen, she came to me.
Oh, Pell, you're the worst.
Oh my
gee.
god, my stomach hurts from laughing so hard.
Hey, Oriente, you're welcome for saving your life. Here, let me do a random checkup. Gotta explain what's going on.
You know, I think this deserves a Rose trademark retribution.
Yeah, no kidding.
It does.
Oh, she'll get him back at some point, probably. But at the moment, she has a very curious gnome child who's basically just shouting for the whole camp that there's something wrong.
So, Rose, what does he mean by I was glowing?
Oh, you alright,
Are you
Poison?
okay?
Oh no, it's dying.
I'm fine.
Stroke. Oops.
Just dying over here.
I mean, as long as she's coughing, it means she's breathing, so...
Oh my god, just casually dying, it's fine. Keep going.
Okay.
Oh,
Lord.
this session's funny.
Rose has to like sorry. Has to like calm herself down a minute so that she can focus on something other than trying to get revenge. The answer is I'm not sure yet. I saw something while I was blinking that was really weird about you.
Wait,
And
I'm blinking? We blink all the time. What's so special about that?
the spell blink.
Oh, what does that do?
So, do you remember when I appeared and disappeared on the bridge today?
Oh, yeah. That was
a-
really cool.
Thanks. That was a spell. It means that I can't. It means that I can basically shift into another plane of existence. Specifically, the ethereal plane.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, when you're in the ethereal plane, if you're using a spell like Blink, you're not supposed to be able to interact with something from the material plane, which is where we are right now.
Uh-huh.
And, well, people are usually on one plane of existence at a time.
Yes?
You're on both of them at the same time.
Wait, does that mean when you're in the ethereal plane, everyone else isn't there but I am?
Well, I can see you. I can see everybody, but it's like they're all washed out and gray. But when I looked at you, you were all in color, and I was able to touch your cheek.
That was you?
You touch the child.
Who touched the child?
I had to see if I could actually interact with you, and I did. And I don't know what that's supposed to mean, because that's not supposed to happen.
Wait. What?
People are supposed to only exist on one plane of existence. Either you're on the material plane, or you use or you have a way to go to another one, and you just stay in that plane unless you leave it. I don't know if you're able to. I don't think you're able to see anything on the ethereal plane, but other things in the ethereal plane can see you and interact with you.
Does that mean someone from the ethereal plane can attack me and I won't even know it?
In theory, but I don't know. There are very few things that I can think of off the top of my head that would. But what Rose isn't saying is that she's absolutely thinking about how Shar is not supposed to be on this plane of existence, and yet she is. So, just like anything related to the gods, like the gods could totally do something to you, but apparently they aren't. But she's not saying that to Arianti because she's just as confused as anybody else about it.
So people aren't supposed to be on both planes, but I am.
Yeah,
Why, though?
I don't know.
Arianti like stares forward and tries to focus, see if she can shift her vision from this plane to the other plane, and just kind of focuses and just glares and stares at, I don't know,
Just like
some
just
random
like-
object.
She looks at the tip of her nose, trying to cross her eyes or something.
Yes. She crosses her eyes in concentration. Like, no, I can't see anything.
Yeah, I thought so.
Well,
Just
this is weird. Is there someone who would know why?
well, the one person I thought might know. She looks over at Pill. Wasn't supposed to tell you yet until I had more information.
Oh, yeah. He kind of just blabbered it right out.
I know.
Why didn't you want to tell me?
I didn't want to tell you and not have the answers that you were looking for.
Why did you think Pill would know?
He's a wizard. Wizards look up really weird things.
Well, what about
Sound
Vero?
reasoning,
He's very
sound
smart.
logic.
He's very smart, but he's more smart about stuff about nature, about stuff from our plane. I wasn't sure if he would know anything about any other planes of existence.
Well, why don't we go ask him?
The answer is no.
She asks anyway. she comes to think that Vero is smart and he doesn't know there's nothing he doesn't know.
You can't stop that.
Well, maybe she goes up to ask everyone. So I guess who's the next person? Well, Sarabi's out hunting. I already talked to Pell. She goes up to see Noemi.
Who's like casually like lighting her hand and unlighting her, lighting her hand and unlighting her hand.
Is it the thing where you flick your thumb up and there's a flame on it, you put the thumb away, you flick your thumb up, there's a flame on it? Kind of thing, or you're just opening and closing your hand with
she's
fire
like
in it?
opening and closing her hand. And
Fantastic!
if she closes it, it's a fist. When she opens it, it's like fire. Over and
Yeah,
over.
it's full fire starter style.
It's an angry tick.
Okay. Noemi, not Noemi. Arianti goes up to her. She kind of see that she's acting weird. Like, she about to call her out, and then she's like, "Hey, are you okay?
Fine.
You don't sound fine."
I'm fine, kid. Go about your business.
Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry.
Can I
tried
do
to
an
put my mic away.
Can I do like an insight check or something?
Oh, it's not hard to tell. She's pissed.
Well, I guess I know she's pissed.
To find out why though.
Yes, she's a nosy kid. Why are you so angry?
Interesting. She's holding it in.
Look at her with big eyes and just like concern and curiosity.
She puts out her hand and looks at her. Do you take anything we say seriously?
No.
I mean it, kid. Answer the question honestly.
Well, yeah, of course I do.
Well, then act like it, kid. Alright? You're traveling with a bunch of adults that you didn't really have the choice of traveling with, right?
Well, I would
And
have with
you
Sarabi
want to be
Central.
treated like one, but you're acting like a kid. And that's normal, but you need to be more careful if you're going to travel with an adventuring party. Do you understand?
I just wanted to see the bridge.
Well, you shouldn't be running on it. Think about your actions a little bit, you know?
I'm sorry.
Fine, kid. Just be more careful. Think about it. Think. Use your brain. You have one. I know you're smarter than than this. Okay?
Okay.
And then she closes her fists and gets up to go, like, somewhere. Maybe go hunt.
Yeah, Arianti, I don't think she can ask about that. She'll like, I'll ask later.
She'll ask later when Emmy's a little more...
Arianti,
Yes.
while you're sitting there, and she kind of gave you this lecture, it occurs to you this isn't the first time you've had this lecture before.
That I've been like told to be more careful.
That you've been told to be more careful by an adventuring party. You remember specifically Kai having sat you down and had this discussion when you ran into a cave and they ended up having to fight a bear. But yeah, so you saw a cool cave, you wanted to go explore in it. Kai told you not to. and you're like, I'll be right back. I just want to go look at this cave. And you remember having this conversation with Kai. You remember him telling you this. You remember how scared Kai's the leader of the Crimson Talon. He's the current leader of the Crimson Talon. He was a half-elf. You remember Kai being so mad, and you could see he was so mad, but underneath the mad, you could see he was scared. He had been really, really scared that you were going to get attacked by this bear. And, they picked you up only a couple months ago, and now you'd been traveling with them for a while, and you were on your way to, Phandalin, Phalon. Yes, that's the word. You were on your way to Phalon, and they just wanted to make sure that you got there in one piece. This is a memory that you were recalling from your gap year.
And now she understands that Naomi was just worried about her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you remember, because after Kai was done yelling at you, he pretty much scooped you up in a hug and wouldn't let you go anywhere. He scared the bejesus out of Kai.
How dare you make me feel?
Yeah.
I'll have to apologize. Well, I just apologize. So I'll
yeah,
have to be more careful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you rolled a hug later. Kind of pissed.
And you remember having this talk before, though. This is not the first time you've traveled with an adventuring party and someone's told you be more careful. You, however, did not have your cloak in that memory. The cloak's somewhere between that memory and your current timeline. You picked up the cloak somewhere.
She just kind of thinks about it because she's suddenly having a memory. And I guess she kind of just thinks about if there's anything else around that. If not, I guess she just kind of goes back to the fire, make dinner or something.
Yeah, so you guys kind of, because we're pretty much at our midnight marker, when I think we had to cut it off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so you guys managed to survive the bridge. We'll pick up the next part of the adventure will be a couple days later, so it'll be like day 6 of 7 is when we will pick it up, and you guys will be almost to the Snakewood next time, okay?
Yeah.
So this will have just been mostly you guys walking. There's not a lot that's going to occur between now and day 6, so it's just you guys kind of adventured slightly forward, and we'll fast forward through the walking time. Is that cool with everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. So if there's any kind of conversations, that would be a good time for that conversation between Kali and Vero. If we wanted to do that, right? You guys had your chat, an understanding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be a good time for that to have occurred while you guys are walking in between those days. So if anybody else has any kind of like conversation they want to have with each other, that would be a good time if you guys want to just write it up and say it happened during the walking time. It's a good filler place for it.
If you want to have like Ariante say anything else to Noemi, like we could do that writing out later.
Okay.
Shall we wait
a
until next
history
month
check
for another
to make.
session?
History check to make to see if there was another case like this. Yeah, you could try to roll a history check. I'll say that you can do that before we end the session.
Okay. Alright, I rolled a 15 plus 6 is 21.
21. Weird crap happening with people related to gods is not unheard of. I mean, you guys came back to life. So, I mean, it's nothing is out of the realm of normal for the gods. So anything like this, I mean, it could happen. You can't recall a specific case of someone being trapped between, being present on 2 planes at the same time. But her being present on the ethereal plane, the implications of that is that she has a greater connection with magic. It's kind of what you know about the ethereal plane, because I'll say you're kind of doing like you're racking your brain for information about the ethereal plane as well. So, ethereal plane is the plane of magic. That's where magic comes from.
Yeah.
So she's walking in the plane of magic and in the prime material plane at the same time. You're like, I have no idea how one does that. but it means that has a deeper connection to magic than you understand at this time. But like a specific example, no, you don't know of like a general so and so Fredregard the Third who's done this before or anything. If you had an access to a really big library, like along the Sword Coast, if you were in Neverwinter or in Waterdeep or in
Baldur's Gate,
any of those places, you found a big enough library, you could probably do some more research about this.
Or the inn that doesn't exist.
Or at the inn. Yeah, the inn's another really big, good library for something like this.
Wherever we get to first.
Yep. Okie doke. I think we'll call it there, and so you guys will pick up. We'll pick up the day before you guys make it to the Snake Woods.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Alright.
Sweet.
Yep, so May. The plan is May, after that first week in May, and I'm done with finals. I should be able to play twice in May. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, yeah. So we should be able to play twice in May, so we should get the Snakewood arc underway.
It's a good thing that we are not playing the first week of May, because I just remembered we have a big event that week. So yeah. yeah. So that first week, the 6th through the 10th, is my finals week. So if we want to try to play the 17th and the 31st, that would be cool. Or those weekends, if we want to try to manage it, or if during that time we want to try to play during the weekdays, I'm free, because I do not have classes anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll start posting. I'll try to get a schedule posted, hopefully the last week of April or next week. Well, let's see. Today is 13th, so it would help if I went the right direction on my calendar. So I'll try to get something posted by the 26th, 25th ish. So you guys, if you have updated schedules, we can figure out what to do for May. Okay.
All right.
Perfect. Talk to you guys later. But yeah, if you guys have questions or anything, at me. I'm here.
Okay.
All right. Good night, guys.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.